Let's Get Stupid, episode 216. First real remote session. Finn still hasn't figured it out. The camera's at the ground right now, which is good. He's got nothing charged, nothing plugged in.
Are we live?
He's got the camera to the ceiling, looks like. So he's all set up on his end, which is good. We figured out the audio issue last week. Finn had a mute button pressed somewhere. So now he can hear us, which is nice. He's still never ready, but he can hear us at least. Oh, look at him. Wow.
We are live.
Thanks, Finn.
Hold on. How do you got your computer, Tommy?
As always, we are brought to you by GeneralLeathercraft.com.
Whoa, look at that
Matt
shit.
Hayden at _Fit on Instagram.
Wow.
Look at the ticker below.
This is cool.
Spelled out GeneralLeathercraft.com. Check him out for all your leather belt needs. Get rid of his singlets that he ordered. He didn't like the color, so he's ordering new ones. Get them for as cheap as you can. It'll be shipped out during the week because they are in stock. So help him out. Get rid of the ones he didn't want because he wants to change the color a little bit. Also, SubZeroPlunge.com. Code FinSucks gets you $8,000 off. DM me for your quick shipping quote, all included to your house. Cold plunge and soon saunas.
Yeah. Cold plunge this morning. Feel great. Just bench 500 pounds.
Barely benched more than me the other day, dude. Nothing to brag about.
Well, shit, you weigh more than me, you piece of shit. I mean, Christ, what are you weighing in at now?
I just cut down, dude. I'm like 185 right now.
Man.
Yeah.
I thought you said you're like 230 or something.
No, I cut the other day.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I cut back down.
You do those drastic cuts a lot. I can't
40 up, 40 down. I feel bad for you.
Great. I can't believe we're actually live finally. You got a ticker.
Got a ticker.
We got a bunch of multiple camera angles.
Oh, yeah.
Third one's not looking too well. There's my third camera.
Yeah, I'm just using the one right now.
Man.
Multiple angles. See that booze in the background now?
Yeah, there. Oh, that looks nice. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Got a little booze shelf.
Let's Get Stupid on the top. Courtesy of Pine Creek Spirits.
I'm drinking heavily. Rain and vodka. Rainbow Sherbet Rain.
I did day drinking today.
Why? I thought I saw you working out, man. You weren't day drinking.
Well, I trained at like noon, and then we went to my neighbors, and then had a couple drinks with them. Not like a bunch of day drinks. Like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 drinks or something. You know.
This is awesome. I don't know where to put my hands. I don't know where to put anything. All right. Well, we can let the world know we are live now on Streamcast.
StreamYard. It's a platform we decided to use. Hopefully everything works out pretty smooth. Did some research. Finn did some research. Gary did a bunch of research, and we landed on this one. So costs a little bit more, but we're hoping the production value is a little bit better. The camera should be a little bit better compared to the last couple weeks episodes that we did.
Yeah.
With the upgraded program. So hopefully everything's a little cleaner. So please check out the YouTube to just check out the new show. Check out the new platform. I think it just looks a lot cleaner, a lot better, a lot more professional.
Yeah, but once you put that logo up there, Tommy.
I don't have time.
Oh, geez.
I don't have the logo on the computer.
Oh, okay.
So I got to find it, send it to my computer. I got to do all that shit still. And, we had to do this within 20 minutes, so I didn't get that far. I got the other things, though. The tickers.
Atta boy. Yeah, we just decided last minute, 8 o'clock. Yeah, let's do it, man. And then we bought this StreamYard. And we'll see what happens. I hope it's good. Now we're gonna have more guests. We got a guest on tonight. Mm-hmm. We are remote. Tommy's in his basement, and I'm in the corner of the barn. And we're gonna go out soon to South Dakota to the Mount Rushmore, right, area?
The armpit of the United States.
Yeah, we're gonna have the Massenomics guys on. Did you just invite? I'm already on here, Tommy. I just got a message from you. I'm already invited. I'm on the show.
I was trying to kick you off and then get you back on.
Oh, yeah. So we're going to go over a lot of things with these guys. The Arnold's coming up. Big week.
Huge week.
We're going to talk about what happened with their shirt, what happened with Tango and Chuck, or Tango and Charlie.
Tango Charlie.
Oh, Jesus. Look at that. Hey, I like that other Rocky poster behind you now too.
You like that one?
Yeah.
Yep.
Adding to it.
Good. It's good for the aesthetics of the room. Amber said. It's okay. I like Rocky. He's the man. You know.
What was that?
That's
Tom,
a
you're
bird.
stopped. You've stopped. I can't see you.
That's a bird.
Okay, good. No, I don't know. So yeah, go to the YouTube page. Let's Get Stupid YouTube page. Check it out. See how it looks. I can't wait to see how it looks. When you dropping all this, Tom?
I don't know. What do you want me to do? Do you want me to drop it Wednesday like normal, or do you want me to drop it like tomorrow?
Yeah, drop it either Monday or Tuesday.
Okay.
Maybe people that are going to the Arnold might listen to it too. I guess
Yeah.
that would be Wednesday. It's not a big
That
deal.
also Wednesday would also work. But
you're right.
good thinking.
Yeah,
Finn. You
you
never
could-
know. What if they
Hey,
leave
maybe-
early?
Hey, listen. Maybe you drop the YouTube video first,
Bam. I like that.
There
I'll
you
do
go.
the YouTube first.
and then drop the audio the same day on Wednesday.
I'll drop the YouTube either tonight or tomorrow. It still takes like an hour or so to. What the fuck is this? Ready?
What is it? What's going on? Oh my God!
This is pretty sweet.
Holy shit!
We
The
got the
president of
president?
South Dakota. Oh my God! I thought that was a woman. Wasn't the
Uh,
president of South Dakota a woman?
Are you guys in the same place or different places?
Different places. I'm by myself with all my
Oh.
friends.
Yeah,
Two
me too.
cameras.
Yeah, yeah. Look at
What is that? 4 cameras?
that. Whoop! Well, there's a black camera.
Holy shit.
I don't know who's over there. Yeah, me and Tommy we've upgraded big time, pal. We're coming after your ass.
Yeah, this is legit. This looks
Yep.
great.
Yeah.
You legit to quit.
So have you guys recorded like this yet where you're separate, or is this your first time?
It's
No,
our
I've
first
had to
time.
invite him through his iPhone because we had audio issues. Finn had one button pressed that
Uh,
muted everything.
I heard you guys were going to have to break up the podcast. That you weren't going to keep it going.
I was this close.
Yeah.
Tried doing
thinking about
technical troubleshooting with Finn for like 4 hours, and you'd probably quit too.
Yeah, I
I
know.
thought-
One button was pressed in.
Finn always tells me he's kind of the tech guy. He's always kind of has to explain it all to you.
Yeah,
That's what he
dumbed it down
tells me
for
in the private messages.
That's very true. I've had to explain a lot of shit to Tommy.
Yeah.
He acts very smart on the podcast, but in reality, man, the guy's really stupid.
This looks good though. This is cool.
I feel good.
Yeah.
I feel good. This is very weird. We're not used to podcasting separate and with the guests and on video. So I don't think we know what to do with our hands. I don't know what to do with anything.
I've done it a few hundred times, so we should be all right.
Oh, bragger.
Yeah, look at that.
I remember my
4,000
first
times.
beer.
Right. I remember my first podcast.
I don't know what we're going to talk about, but I think we got to talk about this Miller Lite logo thing.
Oh, big time. Did you listen to last week's episode?
Yes, I listened to you guys talking shit.
Yes. We just want to know. Go ahead. What's going on? Lay it out. What do you got to say about that?
First of all, your plan joke isn't going to work because I know you gave away all the details, so we're in on it now. So that's
Yeah.
not going to
Oh,
work.
dang it.
But so you saw the Tango Charlie thing that we were talking about, obviously,
yeah.
this company. And I think you got a good point. I think you're right that I believe the dates you pulled on that you had that Pioneer Miller Finn logo first. But
Oh, yeah.
the difference there is that's okay. Like there's a bunch of different parodies of Miller Lite, and there can be a whole bunch of parodies of Miller Lite. But what would have been the same is if we came out with a shirt that said Finn in the Miller Lite logo style. That's what they did to us. They just literally took our exact thing.
No,
They could have came up with something different. Even if they wanted to do a Miller Lite parody, they could have just done like not the exact same parody that we did.
It even said lift.
Right. It
So,
was
yeah.
just the same exact artwork. And it's kind of weird when it's parody because you say like, well, it's not our logo to begin with, or it wasn't your logos to begin with, or it wasn't Tango Charlie's logo to begin with. And that's all true, of course. But I would say don't just take the exact one we did, like come up with something new, like put some sort of new spin on it at least.
Now, did you guys, you didn't, what do I try to say, Tommy? Jeez,
There it is.
how'd
Wow.
you do that?
Personally,
God.
I love this shirt. This is great. Yeah, why did you guys think of this?
Also, look, I have a problem with the model they chose and the way he's standing there like that. Like that looks so stupid to me. And also, I think part of it is we always put that logo on the front of our shirt, and when they have it on their back, it just looks like to me he's like the backwards man, Tom Green, wearing his clothes all backwards.
Cheaper than therapy. It's like the same font and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I think you had the Finn one first. I think you're right.
Well, of course I did.
Fair.
Numbers don't lie, dates don't lie, brother. But
Yeah.
you're telling me you didn't see that first and then think of that design.
I honestly don't know. I wouldn't rule it out. Or here's what I would say. We definitely followed you. I heard what you guys were talking about. We definitely followed you back then. I don't remember though. Tommy's actually the design guy, so he came up with it.
Oh, Jesus. What's Callis doing now? Uh-oh, Tommy, you stopped.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Jesus, he's all decked up Massenomics gear, even the sweatpants.
He's not. He said he's not wearing Huck Finn barbell apparel anymore. So I don't know if we told you, but we're debuting all of our new supplement line at the Arnold. So it's Prison Punch and
Loco Unicorn.
Yeah.
Unicorn
Summertime
Jizz.
Blues. Yeah, street name Unicorn Jizz.
Yeah. Now that's a real lift shirt. That looks a lot better than that thing we were looking than that Tango Charlie thing we were looking at there.
Good.
That looks like it should.
You know what's funny is that I went on Facebook today and Tango Charlie showed up on my feed. I've never seen their stuff in my life.
It's because we said their name.
That shirt came out. Yeah, right. There's always an eye in the sky. But I looked at every single comment. There was 69 comments on there, perfect number as well.
Nice.
And it was all Massenomics guys on there making fun of them. Most of the comments were from fucking Dustin Powers.
I know. They must not be able to delete the comments on Facebook because those ones stay out there. On Instagram, if you look, they've shut the comments off on like any post where they put that shirt up. They just have the comments shut off because there was all the comments were just, Massenomics people just ragging on them for doing it. So they've been blocking everyone. They probably blocked like, I don't know, 200, 300, 400 people in the last week. Yeah. So
well, they totally stole it from you. It's so easy.
Yeah.
I can't and they didn't say anything back to you guys.
So I reached out to him right away and he said something right away. He said, sorry. First of all, I don't believe this, but let's just pretend I do believe what he told me because he goes, "Oh, sorry, we've never saw." It says new sponsor Tango Charlie code lift of the Let's
That's the guy sent it to me. I'm just trying to, I got bills to pay too. All right.
Yeah, we paid a lot of money for this podcast.
Yeah, the Tango Charlie guy told me, "Oh, sorry, we never saw that you had that," which is probably not impossible, but I think we've sold it since like 2017. It's been like the most popular shirt we've ever sold. We've sold thousands of them, to lifters, power lifters, lifters everywhere. So maybe they never saw it, but I mean, we've posted it thousands of times on social media. I just kind of don't believe it. But even if that was true, I gave him the benefit of the doubt. And I just said, okay, well, now you do know, and here's our story. Here's how long we sold it. We've had it for this many years. What do you want to do about it now? Yeah. And then he just never responded. And then they're big on promoting themselves as a veteran-owned company. And I'm a veteran too, but I don't really lean on that for our, that's not necessarily how I market my company. But I just said, after a couple messages, him not responding, I just said, in the Army, one of our values was integrity. And I feel like you're missing a lot of integrity in this. And I just would like you to get back to me sometime. Here's my number. Here's my email. Shoot me a message sometime and we'll talk about it. And he just left everything on red.
Oh my God.
So that was the Tango Charlie. That was what we were all fired up about.
Yeah. Well, I could see why, man. I'd be very upset if somebody took, one of my shirts. I don't know. One of my most popular shirts in the last year or two was the testicle t-shirt, and somebody comes out with the same shirt and be like, what
right, they just put the same, they just write the exact same sentence on it and they put it in like a different color.
Right.
And like they could, you can't, I don't know that we can't legally do anything about what they were doing. And just like that, I don't know that you could legally do anything about it. Maybe you could, but
Right.
it probably wouldn't be worth the time or money that you would sink into it. Like it for sure wouldn't be worth the money that you would sink into it.
Well, it's
anything
better
ever
to
could
send your
happen.
army to the fucking people.
That's what I figure. Like I'll just let the court of public opinion kind of handle it. And I think that I think they got a bunch of paid followers and stuff anyways. And I think blocking hundreds of people is probably going to kill their, what do you got? Are you drinking Tito's right out of the bottle?
Yeah. We're getting fired up tonight. Let's get stupid. It's Arnold week, brother.
Will this publish on YouTube exactly what it looks like right now for us then? Is that how it goes?
It should. Yeah, I believe so.
Have you haven't put one out like this yet then though?
I've only put one out like
we did
calling
the free
Finn
version
because he kept fucking it up.
Yeah.
So now we got the paid version, a little bit more legit, and then this is like the first time me and Finn have done it like legit, and then adding you in. So it should be just like this, I believe. Like even if I change it, like if I start moving these around, it should go.
Yeah, it'll just look like that then.
To look like that, but
and then you can put like logos up here. You can do all kinds of shit with this.
Yeah.
This overlay stuff.
Callis, what's your body weight right now?
He's more than me, I think.
Like 230. It's like 225 in the morning, 226. So like probably 230 at night.
Yeah, we're getting pretty close. Then I was up to a little over 280 for a while, and I'm down to like 240 right now. So we're pretty close.
Man, why were you so heavy?
Well, I'm 6'2", 6'3". So
yeah, I'm right up.
He's like 5'6".
Yeah,
close.
It's just competing in the 275 class and trying to be as heavy as I could be. I just but now I don't know. I got sick and then I was losing weight and I started moving around a little bit and I keep shedding pounds. I'm not really trying to lose anymore. I'm getting too small and skinny, but
you probably feel way better though. Dude, I feel fucking
kind of. Yeah, I kind of do, but I'm still trying to lift hard too. So it's like, that's what I keep thinking. I should feel way better. That's what people would say. Be like, oh, you lost 40 pounds. You probably feel way better. And I'm like, I don't know. My back and hips and knees and still, I'm still squatting and deadlifting and benching and everything. So it's still a little sore, but yeah, maybe it's better. I'm sure it's better.
Yeah. Well, for your heart, it's definitely better. My brother, he's a surgeon in Chicago. He always gets on me. He's like, Tom, you can't be that heavy. It's not good for your heart. And I'm like, all right, it's temporary thirst. I'm like, relax. I'll be fine. I know exactly what I'm doing, kind of, maybe.
So you got a meet coming up soon.
Yeah, I'm doing my 5 weeks out. End of March, I got to meet right down the road here, which is nice. I don't feel like fucking traveling, man.
Did you guys the two of you hear the spiel I put out on Peck Poppin', the spiel I put out on, I don't know, our podcast a few weeks ago? I think Keith Honeycutt or someone tagged you guys in it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I responded to it. You're trying to make me come, dude? You're trying to make me come?
Are you talking about the president of South Dakota or me, Tommy?
Yes.
Peck Poppin' both? No, I don't know. I'd love to get out there, and that's it's up to Mrs. Barbell. It's always that those last 2 weeks of July is my vacation time. The girls have softball all the way to like July 10th or whatever it is, and then the following week for those 2 weeks I always have off. That's when we vacation. And you're what, the 21st or what is it?
20th this year. Yeah. 20th. Yeah. Is the Saturday.
I want to talk him into going out there and then just going out west after that. Like that'd be our first stop.
And it's a big ask to get you guys to come, but I do think you just put it on your radar just in case, because I do think if you came for this, last year was the first year that we hosted this. Mm-hmm. And we had a big
hey, look at Tommy's stomach. Look at his stomach.
Suck it in.
What, dude? I'm fine.
He's getting jacked.
This is when you don't want to shave the beard because you see and find out what's underneath of there when you're weighing like 235.
Yeah, I'm all belly and cock, as I always say.
Belly and cock.
But so we put this meet on, and on Friday night we had a party. Actually, it was in my backyard, and we had 100 or 200 people there. And then
Jesus, how big's your yard?
It's big. My backyard's pretty big. It's South Dakota. We got space.
Yeah, it's true.
A lot of space out there.
And then Saturday was the day of the meet, and then Saturday night we kind of had the big bar in town reserved out for the after party right after the meet, and everyone went down there, and we had like a couple hundred people there from the meet on Saturday night, and it's just the big party. And God, it was so fun. And I feel like this is something you guys would come to and be like, and you would say, why isn't every meet like this? Like in the way where it's instead of just coming for like 8 hour, your 8 hour thing, and then it's kind of here and gone and over. You come for this weekend and making it worth this trip for people, because we had people from like 25 different states, a few different Canadian provinces traveling from all over the place, but at least they got like a 3-day party out of it, or a 3-day experience party out of it. And
I totally want to get out there. I'd love to bench 500 out there. This summer I'm definitely competing, so hopefully that's where it's at.
If there was ever a place where you could do that at and you would get the reaction, the exact reaction you would want, this is going to be. And we get, do you know who Gino, he usually announces like the USA
guy?
meet. Yeah, he's announcing the meet too, so
that's
we could get him real worked up on it too.
Yeah, that would be singlet.
Well, you could set up a booth too.
Listen, that might get Mrs. Barbell out there for real.
We sold there was the Strength Co had a booth there, Barefoot Shoes had a booth there, and so there's a different supplement, Build Fast Formula supplements there out of South Dakota. They had a booth there, but we did I don't know, like $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 in sales for the weekend. And
we're coming out then, Mrs. Barbell. You got to talk Mrs. Barbell into this.
It could at least, and I don't know, we'll probably do more than anyone else just because it's our thing. So there's a bunch of people buying our shit when we're there. But my point is, like, the booths were at, we had a decent number of spectators there even that were buying.
Listen, that could pay for our Mrs. Barbell. I know you're listening to this, probably making shirts on.
It could at least pay for the trip.
That's what I'm saying.
It could make the trip.
It could pay for our whole vacation, Mrs. Barbell. Right. We got to do it.
And we'll only charge you like the same thing that the Arnold charges for a booth. So
yeah, like $20,000. Jesus Christ. And then $500 to stay the night. Man, it went up too. It's ridiculous. And
they just make it go up. I don't even understand anymore. I guess we just like bend over and take it, whatever they say, because we don't have a choice. But they just, it just all goes up every year.
It's like electricity costs money, Wi-Fi costs. I mean, you need all that to fucking run your booth. How's that not involved in the booth? And the booth's already like, I don't know, a double booth is like $10,000, ain't it?
I think,
including all the shit.
So we have a double plus one edge of it's on a corner, and you pay more for a corner.
$500.
Yeah, so I think we're like $6,500 or something just for the booth, and then if you figure the internet and stuff like that, we're probably more like $7,000. And then that doesn't even start on, driving. It's 1,000 miles one direction for us. And, we haul a trailer and
spending the night, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, so here's our schedule. Here's what I do. This
is great.
This is because we're, I'm that much farther away than you. So
8 hours or 9 hours more.
Yeah. Today's Sunday night. So on Tuesday night, after I get off work, I'll drive. I've got my trailer loaded up. I just finished loading it here.
I saw the snap.
Yeah, I did too.
Yep. I wish that's how easy it was.
Come over and do that at my house, would you, brother? Get the hard trailer.
But I get anxiety about that stuff. I get worried about getting it done and not having it done. So I breathing a little sigh of relief after having that loaded here finally. But so Tuesday night, I'll leave Western Northeast South Dakota after I get off work, and I'll drive to where Tommy lives. He lives in Sioux Falls, so it's about a 3-hour drive for me. And I'll just crash at his house for the night. And then we'll wake up at 4 a.m.
Now,
on
where
Wednesday
morning.
Are
you crashing in his bed with his wife, or what's going on there?
No, I think they got extra beds, I'm hoping. So
okay. Last year was in the bed though.
Last year, I think it was on a blow.
He blew you?
I think they had to
these guys were gay,
they had to evict one of their kids from their rooms, and I think I stole one of the kids' rooms. So.
All I picture is you in like a sports car bed with your feet hanging off, and you're just like trying to sleep for like 4 hours for you to drive.
Well, that's the thing. That is the thing. I don't sleep anyways because I'm all antsy for the whole thing. So I'll get there at maybe 10, get in bed by 11, and then we try to get on the road at 4 a.m. on Wednesday morning, 4:30, and we will drive basically until we can't anymore. Our goal is to get to Dayton, Ohio on Wednesday. And if we do it right, we piss in a bottle basically almost on the way there. We stop to eat once and just keeping it trucking as much as we can. We'll get to Dayton by like 9 something p.m. And then
all right,
stay the night.
Pause it there.
Yeah.
Now you're going pretty close to my house. You're on I-80, right?
We don't go by Chicago. We go farther south, just intentionally not to go through Chicago. We could, like, if I punch it in on the map,
It's I-80.
its first thing is telling me to go through Chicago, and we don't do that. We go south farther. So we'll drive like all through the state of Iowa, and then I
jog
can't
down
remember.
74, like Champaign and stuff area.
Yeah, we go through Champaign. Isn't that
Okay,
where
so-
University of Illinois is from
Yep,
or something?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Because I know one night we ate at like an Applebee's right in
Right.
Champaign one of those years. So yeah, we go through Champaign.
That's where Mrs. Barbell went to college.
Okay.
That's where Amber
Her
went
old
to college.
stomping grounds.
Okay.
Yeah, both of our wives went there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is the way we go.
That's also the way I go. I head down south an hour and get on that.
Yep.
74, cut it all the way over to well, there's multiple ways I go. But
But
yeah,
it's almost dark by the time we get to like like we've been driving for like 12 hours by the time we get that far.
you idiots should stop at my house on the way. This is your only opportunity. You're
Yeah,
with
that'll make it faster.
If you went to I-80, you'd be
everyone,
within a half an hour of my house.
Everyone every year is like, oh, you're coming through Indy, stop by, we get a lift and all this stuff. I'm like,
I'm not everybody, pal.
Well, we do want to make a separate trip. We've actually talked about it because let's see, this last year we went to Dave Tate's, and then we went to Mike Israel's after that. We kind of did a trip and we did YouTube videos. We were talking we could do like a Chicago area thing, and if we had like 2 or 3 stops, it's fair, flying or driving really, and we could do a couple things and shoot some YouTube videos. It'd be worth it for us.
I am off Tuesday that week. I don't go back to work till Wednesday, so I am.
Well, not in this. I don't mean in this trip, but like in a separate trip, not related to this.
We are
You're gonna
driving.
see him like a day later.
Listen, we are driving. Listen. We are actually driving straight through that Monday, all the way past our house, and going all the way to South Dakota to visit you guys. So I hope you're there.
I don't know if we'll be back yet. But so we sleep in like Dayton, Ohio, hopefully Wednesday night, and then we'll wake up early and only have a few hours left to drive. So we'll get to Columbus by hopefully before noon and start setting up on Thursday.
Yeah, you motherfuckers are done by the time we get there.
I hope so, because like I said,
we live at 5 a.m. and we don't get there to probably 3 or 4.
Well, and I get kind of like I said, I get a little nervous about it. So I love that feeling when ours is set up, and then you know what everyone does there. Whenever you're setting up, if someone else is done, they just come bother you the whole time while you're setting up.
Oh, yeah.
But what I love to do is be able to bother other people while they're setting up. And I know we're all done, like we're all buttoned up and ready to go. Then we can crack a beer and bother other people while they're like frantically rushing to get shit done.
That'll be us.
And we did drink a beer. We drank more than one beer with you last year. We went out to the bar with you even at least once, but you had to get put to bed pretty early, if I remember right.
Well, listen, I drink a lot of beer at that booth. You guys know that. A lot of beer.
I will vouch for that. That is true.
Yeah, I last year you guys did come over right away and have a beer with me because of that, because we talked about that.
Yeah, we couldn't get
guys drink beer.
We couldn't get our name drugged through the dirt anymore, so we had to.
I appreciate that.
Had to buck up and drink a couple brewskis, I guess.
Yeah, there will be a lot of beer again. We are bringing 15 cases for the 3 days.
What kind?
All Miller Lite.
All Miller Lite, no variety.
We don't do variety here. Miller Lite or nothing. And then hopefully last year, or that guy
sponsored by Tango Charlie.
Yeah, you're right. The guy that ran the booze there gave us couple free cases every day. That was awesome. So hopefully that guy's there again.
What are you, booth 200?
Yeah.
We're right across, basically just the same sort of thing as last year. So
you just flip-flopped.
Yeah, that'll be nice. We'll be able to mooch beers off of you again all weekend.
Yeah, you get Karen drunk. She'll be passing beers all kinds. She'll be at your fucking booth doing your job.
Yeah.
I don't have anybody selling people stuff at my place. She'll be over there selling your shit.
I did hear, I can't remember. I know on one of these episodes you talked about what you thought about this year. And I guess I can't remember what you said, but Tommy and I have talked about it quite a bit. And 2019, when we had the booth across from you. Right. So I was at the Arnold in 2017 and 2018. And then first year of our booth was 2019. 2019 was I've been there 6 or 7 times. 2019, that year specifically, the first year we both had a booth, was the most insane year for attendance. That 2019, there's not been anything like that. And last year, 2022, it was the first year back, and it was You didn't have a booth yet. We did, and it wasn't great, but sales were still decent. For us, the sales were worth us being there for sure. But then last year was a little bit better again. But I do really think, I don't know why I think this for sure, but I think that this year is I don't think it's gonna be like 2019, but I think it's gonna be considerably better than the last couple of years.
I said the same thing. I thought last year was about 75% of what it was, and I think this year will be about 95.
Yeah, I could see that for sure. I think like the animal cage being back is a big deal for, like companies like us that are related to powerlifting and stuff like that. So I think that that's a good thing. And I just think people, there can't be anyone out there that likes going to this sort of thing that's worried about going to something like this anymore. Like they're just, that's
all that's
not a big,
over with.
Right. So I think I'm optimistic that it's going to be bigger than it has been the last couple of years.
Yeah, same here. I think it's, like I said, about 95%. They said that the Olympia was huge. A lot of people came this year. It's about the same as it was before COVID. So this is kind of similar. I mean, it's fitness industry shit. So should have a good year. Good year.
Yeah.
Hopefully a lot of money and a lot of drinking.
Is Dan Bell coming this year?
No.
Callis, are you going?
I don't know. My wife's trying to figure, because I was telling her about it. I'm like, fuck, the Arnold's this weekend. And she's supposed to go out of town. So she's like, well, maybe I'll have my friend come here so you can go. And I was like, maybe. But I would drive, I would get up 3 a.m. Saturday and go.
So how far? So you would get there Saturday.
Yeah.
How many hours does it take for you guys to drive there?
It's
like
6, 7.
Oh,
well,
that would be awesome.
I think it's 6.5, but you got that hour change, right? So
right.
7.5.
Yeah, that would be awesome if it was a 6-hour drive. I wouldn't even know. Like that would be so great.
Yeah, I'll leave at 5 a.m. Thursday, and we usually get there about 3-4 o'clock, right? So
yeah,
that sound about right. Maybe it's I don't know, it's something like that.
So you might go then, Callis, this year.
Yeah,
Cam was there last year. Is he going?
No, he's done.
Yeah, his wife is not letting him go, I heard.
No way.
No, that's not him. So last year, him, Dixie, who's girlfriend or fiance, right? And the big boss man all rode together, and they ended up at a tranny bar in Indianapolis that first night.
I don't remember seeing that much of Boss Man.
Well, Boss Man was passed out the whole time next to my booth. He was so drunk, he passed out at the booth for 5 hours in a chair next to it. And everybody's like, who is this guy? And I said, that's my security guard. He's passed out.
I feel like I haven't heard that much about Dan Mackey. Is he still around or?
Yeah, Mackey is still around. He will not be going. He is he's a lineman now. So
no, he's not.
He's not?
Is he an apprentice or?
He's an apprentice.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Callis is a lineman. They take
very big difference.
Very seriously.
I take that very personally, Finn. That was a personal attack.
I'm sorry, brother.
How long do you have to be an apprentice before you're a lineman then?
Depends on the company you work for. Typically, it's anywhere from 3.5 to 5 years.
So, do you get an immediate raise then? Like the day that you're done being an apprentice, you're like, okay, here's a 20% raise, or
so it depends on the contractor you work for. So he's at I'm at a power company, so we hire contractors, or we get rid of them if we don't need them. So ours is a little bit different. Him is like a 7-step. And then each step gets you closer to percentages of a lineman's pay. And then after you make lineman, you'll have to get into you have to top out as a journeyman. So it's probably like a 7-year process, 8-year process before you actually top out.
So once you get it, then is it like a union or something? Like, is it hard to lose your job once you're? Do you have to mess up pretty bad? Yeah.
Yeah. If it's like a safety thing, they can get rid of you. But it's one of those things. Like once you hold that ticket, you could be an idiot, degenerate.
But you guys probably have big zero tolerance safety stuff though, that it's like, if you just ever do this, you're fired.
Yeah. They got some of those, and it depends too. Like where he's at's a little bit different, but generally it's all the same, right? You blowing a bunch of shit up left and right, you're gonna be gone pretty fast.
Right.
Yeah. But so about a 7-year process before you're actually a journeyman.
Speaking of blowing things, you ever blow anything in that Arnold bathroom?
We got new stickers for this year. This is can you see this?
Yeah, we just got those as well. Yeah, we're handing those out with every order this year.
Oh, we're just gonna stand out outside of the bathroom and hand them out to everyone. And we should have wrote booth 205 on. Maybe I'll
Yes,
write
you
booth
should've.
booth 205 on the back of this. So I survived the Arnold bathrooms. It seems like sometimes the Arnold bathrooms this last couple of years, they've been a little less disgusting because I've been into them before where I swear to God, there's 2 inches of water just lining the entire bottom of the bathroom. And I'm like, and
Yeah.
I was telling someone about it. They're like, well, what is it from? And I'm like, I don't know. That's why I'm concerned. I don't know why there is like a layer of liquid lining the entire bathroom floor.
Now, you've never shit in those bathrooms, have you?
Well, I'm sure I have. I try not to if at all possible, but I'm sure I've had to do it before. But I avoid that as much as I'd always rather shit at home and whenever I can do it, but
Be a long
especially
drive.
not there. Yeah.
I usually stay there across the street, so I run directly across the street, use the shitter, and then run back.
Where
But if they urinate, then I usually don't leave my booth. I usually just do it at the booth.
well, where your booth is though, it's easy to get to the bathrooms though. Now
It is a lot easier now. Yeah, we're right there at the end. So
yeah. Where are you guys staying at?
you know the gay black guy that is at that hotel that always stands out in the open and introduces himself to everybody. The Hampton there, right across the street from the statue.
Okay, I know what. Yeah. Okay, I know the spot. Yeah,
that's a spot we go to every time. He's the
I don't
best.
remember the gay black guy, but
he's been there every year for like 10 years.
I like the people that are always out by the statue and they're like selling books or it's like handing out like Bibles or like
Jesus
telling you
stuff.
about Jesus and stuff like that.
I'm going by chugging a beer.
Yeah, you need
Like,
Jesus. Phil.
No time.
I got time for Jesus this weekend, pal. I got selling to do.
I'll talk to Jesus on Monday.
Yeah, I'll talk to Jesus. Take the wheel on Monday on the drive home.
Did you guys see Live Large's post? Nick,
I did. I was
Nick's
very
post
upset.
today?
Yeah. He must
So,
be making a lot of money in the pizza business.
There's no trick to that or anything, is there? He's not coming out tomorrow and being like, yeah, it's not Live Large anymore. It's Live Larger. You know,
Yes.
it's not something.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, I have a little information on that, but I can't really say too much. But it's a legit thing. I think he's just doing pizzas now.
Yeah, I don't think
I think it's Pete. He's like murdering it. So he's
I mean, I think from talking to Nick, I think his pizza business, I don't know the numbers exactly, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's like 10x the size of what Live Large was at its best.
Look what he's driving, man.
Right. His car collection is ridiculous. But I think it's probably just so small potatoes to him relative to the pizza business. It's probably not worth messing with, I suppose.
Probably more of a headache.
I'm coming out with Huck Finn Pizza here next year, so
yeah. So I guess it's a race for the rest of us to start making shirts that say "Live Large" on them.
Exactly. I'm getting the screens. I already messaged them. Hey, we know with your screens. Can you send them Mrs. Barbell?
So they'll probably be going up. Yeah. Now everyone's going to want to go to their booth this year, though. Nobody's going to buy anything from the rest of us. They're like, "Oh, Live Large is going to be." They pulled a fast one on all of us.
I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm like,
we're going out of business.
Barbell, we're out of business after the Arnold. I'm sorry, guys.
They're ending on.
I'm crying.
The end of 2024. We're only going until Saturday of the Arnold. So
yeah, we're done, guys. Please take all of our stuff. We got to get rid of it. Just kidding. We're still here. I was just fucking with you guys.
That's kind of crazy though. It seems like, I mean, Live Large, they've been around for 10 years, but as far as powerlifting goes, I think about their brand as much as anyone's when I think of like a bunch of lifters that they've been associated with over the years and everything.
Yeah. I mean, plus they have the biggest names,
Right.
Yeah.
Nick's a good dude too.
Yeah. Nick's a good dude.
He's been fucking nice to us since the day we met him. Probably the first year we went to the Arnold, I think.
Oh, he's helped us like before we ever had a booth and stuff. He helped us a lot when we bugged him for a lot of questions on figuring out how to set that up and what the process is like. So he's always been really, really good, really helpful for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's been around the sport a lot too. Whenever I go to like the big meets, compete out in Florida or whatever, he's always there. Always there, hanging out, buying pizzas, telling you where to go to eat. Like, just good dude,
Yeah. What do you guys think it'll be like when you come to South Dakota then this summer?
I think it's going to be like heaven. Flowers everywhere.
Is this heaven? No, this is South Dakota.
I mean, that's what I'm picturing it. It's like, the Badlands, tons of beautiful women everywhere, lots of bikers.
No way.
What?
It's like, oh, where are all these hot girls coming from? Oh, northeastern, western South Dakota. Oh, yeah, that's where I'm from.
I've always heard
never
the
heard a
best-
girl say that.
Also,
Best women
I
from
don't
South
want to
Dakota.
deter you, but we are about 6 hours from the Badlands. You know, couldn't
Oh,
almost be farther
jeez.
away from our corner of the state. But
That sucks. I love the Badlands.
the Badlands are cool. Mount
What about
Rushmore is
Wall
also
Drug?
a really long way. That's like 5-6 hours away from
Oh
us.
man, what do you
All
guys
that
got out
stuff is-
there? Nothing.
All that stuff is in the southwest corner of the state. We're in the northeast corner of the state. So
Well,
We're-
it's closer though. Means it's closer.
it's closer to you guys. Yeah, that's right.
Well, how close are you to Fargo then?
3 hours is all.
Huh.
We're pretty close.
I've
The
been to
meat
that
director,
Fargo Hooters.
our meat director and stuff, he's out of Fargo. It's an XPC meat, and he comes down and we don't actually run that part of the meat. We bring a guy in to do that stuff. So, but he's
What
out
do
of
you-
Fargo.
So what do you guys run?
The party.
Yeah, I like
That's more
that.
important.
I'm gonna have
The
to talk
party.
to this guy at Fargo. Maybe we come out to Illinois.
We make sure that the pyrotechnics and the smoke machines and the entrance music and all that stuff is good for you. I couldn't imagine a meet that you should be more doing to bench 500 pounds at.
Listen, if it's okay with my wife, I will be going out there, brother. It's okay with my dad. She's coming home with me tonight.
Yes.
Yeah, the only bad part is me is like my daughter's birthday is July 17th. So I got to see if we're having her birthday party the weekend before, or the
Right.
weekend after.
Oh, right. Yeah, because you're not gonna. The 17th would be what,
Wednesday.
like a Thursday, Wednesday then?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
easy
I'm
to
really
move
good with
down.
days. Sorry.
Could you just June 17th, 2024, Wednesday. Yeah. So just
July.
have the party on Wednesday though, and you'll be good.
Exactly.
Yeah, everybody should come over on a Wednesday. That's usually how that. I'll tell my wife.
make
she'll
Karen
get
said,
it.
just have it Wednesday.
Yeah.
I'll try not to work late.
She'll get it.
Yeah, I got to go to northwestern South Dakota to not see anything.
Listen,
guys-
I got a guy who flies a plane, a little Cessna down the street here. Maybe he'll take me out there, and then I could it'll be real quick. You know, what is it, an hour and a half plane ride, maybe?
Yeah, but you don't want to miss you want to be here for the Friday night and the
Oh, I'll
Saturday
be there
night
for
mostly.
everything.
Yeah,
I'll just
right,
get
right.
there quick and leave quick.
What is it,
Right.
Aberdeen?
I'll land right in your
Aberdeen,
backyard,
yep.
brother.
Aberdeen.
Aberdeen directions.
Directions.
Not bad.
How
10
far is
hours.
it from 10?
Hopefully my DeVille will
Jesus.
make it.
I thought it was 8 hours. 10
I'd
hours?
say. What about Jacob Ross? Maybe he needs to do a meet again.
Well, he'd be driving us.
He's a good driver.
Actually, he can't drive us anymore. Jersic bought that from him.
Well, Jersey could drive us. Even better.
Yeah.
He can wrap knees there.
So wait, Jake, I just realized this now. Jacob Ross isn't producing the show tonight though.
No.
No, I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah,
I didn't
where is
call
he?
him. I don't know.
But we forgot to call Jacob Ross.
We did.
Is he kind of like your Jamie then for the Rogan podcast? Is he like Jamie or?
Yeah, we were gonna set it up that way, but like the way all this shit's set up, it's like it's easier if I just run the computer. So
Right.
it actually didn't really work out at all for him to do it. I mean, Finn's got a good handle on where's the camera facing the ground? Go to that angle, Finn. I mean, perfect.
What-
Finn's
Finn's
got a good handle on it.
Tommy. I got it switched up because I put
So
the
Finn,
light
do you
over.
have 3 cameras set
Yeah,
up? So right now you're off your computer.
No, right now I'm off I put my best camera straight on.
So it's this. You have the same thing. I have my camera that's exactly like your camera above my
Yes.
screen. So then what are the other 2? You have a GoPro or something hooked into that, or
No, we got those 2
no,
Sonys. that
we
you
got
told
these
us
2
about.
Sonys on the other
Okay.
side. So that's a Sony.
so that's like a Sony, like the Sony that we have. Then.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
ZF.
Yeah.
ZV1F.
And then
So do you have 2 of those or what?
I got 2 on each side. So that'd be
Why do you
Tom's
have
here.
2 of those Sonys then, though?
We like to party.
So it's
How many do
3.
you have?
He's got the
Okay.
2, but I'll bring over the 1, my good one, for a main camera to
Yeah,
show
okay.
everybody, right? So this
We ran
usually-
out of money.
Yeah, usually my main camera is in the center that shows the table now, and then
Yeah.
I have a camera angle on that other side and the camera angle on me, and then the light goes over there. The reason you can't see this angle is because the light is moved and there's no backlight over there because I moved it
Gotcha.
to have this straight on.
Okay. So
Yeah,
are
dude,
you?
I tried to ask you guys everything. I had to look it up myself. You guys would never answer me.
I
You guys are
answered. I
big
think.
shots now, Tommy.
I'm pretty sure I answered everything you asked, but I don't know that well. Sometimes Tommy is more the
The tech
technical guy, but I know enough to like usually hold down my end of the fort. But
no, you did get back to me. Just took me crying on the internet over it. And then
well, I wanted to wait until I thought you were recording the podcast to make sure to get
Exactly. It was perfect
Massenomics a little
timing.
extra screen time.
Yeah, that's very true.
I
So-
only respond on
Wednesday
Tuesday,
night,
Wednesday
8
night
o'clock,
at like about 8:30 or so, just in
It's
case
good,
you
it's
might
good
be
timing.
something.
Now, what you guys Zoom or something, and then he takes all the footage and then redoes everything?
So the way we do
A
it,
lot of work.
yeah, the way we do it is I'm not doing it right now, but if Tommy and I were recording our podcast, I'm recording just to a memory card on my camera.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a soundboard on my end, and I'm recording to a memory card on the soundboard. And when I get done, I put those both in a shared drive. My memory card of the video and my memory card of file of the audio. I put those in a shared drive, and then Tommy was also recording on his camera separately, on his board separately, and he puts all four of those things together then and creates a final video each week that goes. Well, he creates the audio that goes out to all the audio places, and then creates the video that goes out to YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
So the positive of that is our video looks really nice because it's just the file. It's like the action, it didn't go over the internet on anything. Our actual video
Right.
didn't go through the internet and get recorded. It's just an actual video right off of each camera.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's
But
a lot of work.
It is.
a lot of work.
It is a lot of work. It's all a lot of work, to be fair.
That's
Like,
very
do you
true.
guys ever do this and be like, oh shit, it's no work?
No.
Easy
Even I mean,
peasy.
like we used to drive. Well, we still do, but I mean,
Right.
for a long time we drove
But
like an hour away each fucking Wednesday.
but so what will you guys do now that you can do this?
I think
You know,
we'll go to
We'll still do like once a month
Maybe-
at each other's houses.
Once a month?
that saves
Yeah.
us at least one trip to each other's
Yeah.
house.
Because that's why, like, because you're asking about the cameras, like, why would you have multiple cameras as one person? But it's this
Yeah.
way when he's
So you'll
when Finn's
both be set up when you go to either place already.
right. That way we're plug and play. Because like, dude, I
Yeah,
can't stand
that's
like
the way to
sitting
do
here
it.
setting everything up.
Oh no.
This
shit.
way I'm set up, Finn's set up. He's probably late doing something else anyway, but at least
Yeah,
the
that's true.
cameras are set up. And then if we, Jacob's usually with me when we travel and stuff. So that way we have 3 cameras on all 3 different people, and then we can cut back and forth and do whatever.
Right.
So that's why we set this up. And then now with the StreamYard, it's just so much easier to be like, I'll just run to my basement and do it for an hour as opposed to driving an hour and then
Well, that's what
waiting
I
for
mean,
Finn
though.
to
You
finish
guys,
his chicken
aren't
wings,
going to
and
ever
then-
want to do that anymore now, though. You'll just be like,
Yeah,
this
it'll be
so much easier. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, and we want to get more guests on video too. And I think this is perfect. The StreamYard is very easy. And like Tom said, he can immediately upload it right. I mean, we can go live too. A StreamYard, this could be live right now if we wanted to be. And it would
Right.
automatically upload to the YouTube. And then you take that other audio file and drop it in, what's that other thing called? It starts with a B, Tommy?
Buzzsprout.
Buzzsprout. And then it goes to the platform. So, within fucking 10 minutes, you got a video file already done and an audio file done with like a guest right now. It's perfect. And it's 1080p now, right?
Do
Yeah.
either of you guys ever listen to podcasts on Spotify?
Yeah, Rogan's.
Yeah,
All the time.
Rogan. So his video pops up automatically.
Yeah.
Have you looked into getting your video
Oh
on
God, that'd be awesome.
Spotify?
Yeah, I was just gonna do that.
We haven't
because
done it yet. We need
my-
to. That's on our list of stuff we need.
I
would
didn't know you
like
could
to
do that.
done.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
brother was on a podcast like a month ago, and he sent it to me, and I was like, all right, yeah, I'll check it out in a little bit, whatever. And then I click on it, and it's his videos on Spotify. I'm like, what
Yeah.
the fuck, dude? I'm like, I didn't even know. I thought only Joe Rogan could.
I
do
did
that.
too. Yeah.
I know it must be a Joe Rogan
At
deal.
first, only like Joe Rogan could. Like at first, it was like limited to who could actually do that, and now I think maybe everyone can.
Yeah. So that's my actually. I was going to look into that this coming week. Is like, how do I get the file? I'm sure it's not free. I'm sure.
Right.
So I
right.
gotta see what the cost is and stuff. But yeah, I was like, that's way cleaner. I mean,
Yeah, it's
obviously,
cool.
But
Man, that'd be badass.
Yeah, it's cool. I wonder if eventually like Apple Podcast will be like that too. That they like that's just
you'd
built
think
into
so
it
because
also.
Rogan just got back on Apple.
I see. Yeah, I know.
So I bet they're following suit.
Which I like that. I'm glad he's back on there because I usually use Apple Podcasts because so now I just like I actually pay attention to my Apple Podcast so I see when he's got a new episode instead of having to go to Spotify just to listen to the Rogan podcast.
Yeah, I did the same thing. I was all Apple, and then when he went to Spotify, I went to Spotify for everything.
Right.
So, but hey, go back to a point where you had with your meat. Like, dude, that's that's the thing with meats is like you go there, you weigh in, like you're lucky if you can catch breakfast with somebody. Like I'm always trying to like, you guys want to get breakfast? You want to get lunch? Everybody want to do a dinner? Like everybody's like scattered, but we're all in the same
Yes.
fucking spot. And then like you lift, and then it's like you want to get something to drink or something, and then or grab a dinner afterwards, and then people scatter again. And then it's like without these like certain spots, like okay, now your backyard, or maybe it moves to something else later, and then the bar, like dude, that's perfect because then everybody's all in the same spot. You only have really one place to go, and
Yep.
everybody's invited. Like, dude, that's like the smartest thing you could ever do for a meet because I feel like you just miss, unless you're like, I don't know what seasoned, I'd say, or really social. When you're in the meet, everybody.
If you know if you've done a 20 meets in the area,
right.
and you know every single person,
and you're more relaxed, right?
Right.
Even if you don't, half the people, you're more relaxed. You're like funner. I'm always handing out beers because I've done, I've competed for like 13 years, like whatever. This is like another Saturday in the gym. But some people get so like nervous they never really talk, and then you lift, and the fucking day's over. Like that's what I hate about the powerlifting meets. It just gets so boring,
That's exactly right. And so what we found, like what we did last year, actually, as Friday morning weigh-ins, well, on Friday evening weigh-ins too. We handed out had printed out an itinerary. Basically, it was a map of Aberdeen, and it had the stars of, hey, here's the zoo bar. That's where we're going Saturday night. Here's my backyard. That's where we're going Friday night. Here's, here's where the meet's at, and put all the places on there. And then it was a schedule of like, hey, Friday night, be here at this time. Saturday, here's the meet schedule. Saturday night, try to get to the after party at this time. And I think the best feedback we got on that actually was, hey, do even more, because like Thursday night, we kind of, a lot of people flew in for this. So there's a whole bunch of people here Thursday even.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect a lot of people live near South Dakota.
No. I mean, we have a few local people we probably had like 20-ish, some local-ish people that did it last year. But Thursday night, we kind of had a impromptu meeting at one of the bars. But this next year, we're going to have more of like, no, even Thursday night for anyone that's here, this is the time that we're all meeting there. And then Sunday morning after the meet, we kind of had an impromptu thing at the gym where all these people came and they were kind of even training and just like screwing around at the gym. And we're going to have like Sunday after the meet for the people that are sticking around for another day, just have like a designated time when it's like, no, we're meeting Sunday morning at the gym at this time. And like, here's when we're going to be there. And here's the plan.
Yeah,
so it's going to be
donuts or something.
Right. So this year it'll be more like Thursday evening to Sunday noon will all be scheduled out. And not everyone has to do everything, but it just, for anyone that's here, because we got so many people flying in from all over the place, we want them to come and be like, well, that was worth it. Because it costs a lot of money to get here. Flying to Aberdeen is not cheap because you got to go on extra flights, and whether you fly or drive, it's not cheap. But we want it to just not be a meet. We want the meet to almost be like half of the experience, where you're like, oh, the meet was fun, but the Thursday, Friday, Saturday, all the other stuff was what made it worth it.
Yeah. And it's not sanctioned, right? It's just for fun.
No, we did XPC.
Oh,
so it's because we wanted
people,
the biggest thing is we wanted people to get their name in open powerlifting.
Yeah,
so it's sanctioned. And no, it was we brought the meet director in from North Dakota, and he brought all the judges, and it was very, very legit. Like it wasn't like, this is a backyard meet, but it was in the sense that, so Lou Nutter here, you guys know Lou Nutter, so I'll use him as example, but we had and Jonathan Oldham was here, but we had about 10 or 15 Lou Nutters, Jonathan Oldhams, Huck Finn barbells here. So the whole thing was like a party even during the meet. Guys that are lifting serious and not fucking around during the lift. Everyone wants to put the best total together they can, but especially by the time it's time to deadlift and stuff, people were getting wild.
That's my kind of meet. I mean,
yeah, it was a blast. Like my only regret is not doing it because I was so, I was just so busy running all the other crap that I couldn't get in on it. But so this year last year was 60 lifters we capped it at. This year we did 90, and then there's also a strong, like an hour and a half, 2 hour long strongman event as soon as it's over.
Jesus,
so like all the power
fucking South Dakota Arnold here.
Soon. So all the power lifters can just like, while they're you know, because at the venue were there, you can buy beer and stuff there, or bring whatever. But I figure all the powerlifters will get done, and then while they're cooling down before the after party, everyone can just cheer on the strongman show.
Now, what happened to that Jonathan Oldham guy? I have not seen hide or hair of that guy in months.
He's off social media and off the internet kind of right now. I talked to him a little bit, and I won't put words in his mouth, but I think he's just kind of getting his ducks in a row and getting some stuff in his personal life straightened out, probably. So
Is he going to be at the Arnold?
I do not think he'll be there this year unless he's surprising me, but I think the plan is that he won't be there. I don't know if he'll be in Western Northeast South Dakota yet this summer or not. I mean, he's certainly invited, and we'll encourage him to come, but I don't know what his plan is as of yet. Is that a lightsaber?
Yeah, I just got it.
Is that from the circus?
Yeah, this is for the
like
show.
One of the toys you get your kids at the circus. Or is that a bug zapper?
No, this is for the podcast.
Oh, it's just like backlighting thing. Gotcha.
Yeah, I don't really know how to use it though.
Well, I don't think you do that with it. I'm not an expert.
How you use it like this?
I'm not an expert, but I don't think that's what you do with it.
Yeah, I don't know. It just fell over, so I think I did it wrong.
Yeah,
I'll call the
Finn Studio's all set up perfect.
Yeah, I'll call the
He's
Massenomics
falling,
guys.
Shanks chewing on cords.
Yeah, there was just a cat underneath my foot. I had to get out of the way.
So are you bringing a group of people to the Arnold this year then?
The White George Foreman will be with me, selling stuff again like last year. My brother-in-law will be coming. His name is Chester Child Molester. He will also be there running the booth.
Yep.
Is that what his name? That's what he'll call
Don't
it.
let Goob get to him, dude.
That's what I wanted to say in his tag. I said, because you put nicknames on there or whatever.
I don't think he would like that.
Well, of course he would. That's why I was going to do it. But then I was like, yeah, that's not a good idea. That's a bad nickname. Maybe I'll figure something else out. Maybe Virgin or something like that would be better than Chester Child Molester.
Yeah. Virgin.
His first time there, you know.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. That's my favorite part about getting the people that come and help us their name tags is then you put their what their job title is and making up stupid job titles for everyone.
Yeah, I heard Lou's not coming this year either.
I don't think he's coming. Yeah. He's gonna be here in June though. Or July.
Oh yeah. Of course he's not.
Maybe June too. Don't know what he's got going on, but I know he's gonna be here in July.
Well, he probably will be if you tell him to. I mean, he came right down to the episode 200. Yeah.
Episode 200.
That was hilarious. Yeah, he was there for sure. Slept on the couch, got up very early and left though. Partied all night with a I'm not going to say, but multiple, what do you say, Tommy? Whores? Strippers?
I mean,
women of the night?
Whores sounds a lot worse than strippers, I think.
That was aggressive.
He did not. There was a lot of whores that were on stage, I would say, right, Tom? Or
I don't think that's what they go.
I don't think that's
their preferred.
I don't think that's what they like to be called.
What are you going to call them? BBWs? Big beautiful women.
What do they call? They're all like. What do they say when they're not there? I'm a hostess.
Oh yeah.
A hostess. I'm a server.
Your cat. Damn cat got my leg again.
So what would you rate? Because I listened to that, or at least most of it. But
we had John.
What's that?
We had John for a minute.
Oh yeah, that's right. I swear to God, I could not hear you guys at all. Like I just couldn't. But then when I listened to that, I came through loud and clear.
Yeah,
I don't know.
My favorite part was when Mrs. Barbo got on after we just got done talking about whatever it was. Then she immediately asked you the same exact question and then started yelling at you because you didn't hear her. That was great. I'm like, oh God,
she's getting
going
pissed.
good.
Does anybody hear me? I just don't think he can.
My question is, what was the talent like? Like on a 1 to 10 rating?
Go ahead, Tommy.
1.
It depends on what you like.
I mean, it's obviously
that's so you're saying it was that bad.
So if you compare it to teasers and Key West, it's
because you say that's a 10. Yeah,
that's a 10. That's a lot. 12.
I thought you were going to maybe tell me it was like a 5 or something like that, but you're saying it's like a 1.
It's pretty bad.
Okay,
I'd say I wouldn't say 1. but I'd say
What would you say?
I'd say a couple notches above a 1.
So you're saying it's like a 2 or a 3?
I'm saying there's a couple women there. Well, it's probably how many women in total? You think, Tommy? 5?
Maybe 6.
6? Okay, so I'd say that
I was at a different strip club the night after, so like I have a really good comparison.
I'd say
Remember
5
the Amber to scores,
5 of them were over 200 pounds.
which to
I'd-
each their own. That
I'd say
might be a plus for some
maybe
people.
2 of those 5 are over 250 pounds.
Oh, wow.
And then there was one girl that was there that was skinny that we had on. but
Yeah,
she was
the boss. I call
she
her
was
the boss of
very,
them.
very attractive. I would say she's probably more of a.
She was skinny.
She was skinny.
Skinny as 6, right?
Yeah. So.
She was probably a 9 for down there.
Oh, for the lamplighter. Yeah, she
The
was,
lamplighter 9.
yeah, definitely the highest score of the lamplighter.
Good
So
time.
is it in a sketchy area? Like, would you?
It's
like,
out in the country, out in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Out in a cornfield. It's been around for like 100 years. I got in there when I was very young. I'm not going to say my age, but I was young. We got in there, and all they had was beer that was on tap, and they gave you the shits immediately because they didn't clean their taps then for like multiple years. Very well-known place. It had lawn furniture for probably 70 years until a place went out of business down the street, a restaurant, and they got that really cheap. So now they have little wooden chairs in there. But yeah, it had plastic lawn furniture for a long time.
Have you ever seen Varsity Blues?
Yes.
I've been to the strip club where they filmed that Varsity Blues.
Where the hell was that at?
I think, well, they were somewhere in Texas or whatever, but I think I think I was in Austin, Texas at the time where maybe that was supposed to be filmed somewhere in Texas. I can't remember, but I think maybe Austin. I just remember
in Austin.
Well, I guess so. That part of it was at least, or something. I don't know. I might have something wrong, but I remember being at the strip club that's advertised. This is where the Varsity Blues strip club scene was filmed.
Let's just say it was very similar to that.
So you give it a 10.
A motherfucking 10. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was awesome. It's full nude, full liquor bar, which doesn't happen a lot anymore, you know.
Right.
You know, usually if it's full liquor, it's like a bikini bar or something, or topless, not full nude. So we get in there, we get set up, we got the table going, we got our cameras going, we start recording, and right in front of Tommy, about 20 feet maybe, from the stage, there's a big woman with her whole asshole spread open, looking right at Tom. I mean, it was very hard.
What was looking at her brown eye was looking at him, you're saying?
Oh yes, right into his eyes.
John Molay was just staring at me, standing in front of me. So I was like blocking the stage. He's just staring at me. He's holding a drink, texting or something. So luckily I missed all of it.
There's a lot of drunken fans or friends in there as well, and they were, you know, either getting hauled out of there or during the pod. I mean, we did like a 3-hour podcast, and I saw several people with either girls getting carried out or the girls carrying the guys out or whatever. It was pretty wild time.
Yeah,
Are you guys both still doing another podcast? You know, you each have a separate podcast too?
Yeah, I'm still.
Is that proving to be difficult to do? To do too?
Yeah,
that would be really hard.
Because we're like so good at our schedule to get one a week during Let's Get Stupid, but
I just can't imagine doubling that. Being like, no, now I got to make sure 2 nights every week I can do that.
Well, what we were doing real good before would be better because me and Jacob would just record right before me and Finn would record. So it was like we were pretty good with it. And then now we're probably about every other week we'll get one in. And then I'm going to line up more guests for mine, obviously this year, just to get more content out. But it's tough because just like, you know, the time commitment for this is, you know, when we record for maybe an hour and a half, but it's a half hour of bullshit with Finn usually before we even get started. So it's like there's 2 hours, and then I got to find the time to go back down to the basement another day to do at least another half hour out. It's just like the plug and play is nice that it's set up in the studios here, which is good, but it's still just like that time. You know, when I get busy at work, it's like I'm just trying to squeeze this in. So it's tough, dude.
Right.
But we've done 40 some episodes within about a year. So we've been doing all right. We've been keeping up with the Be Better one.
Yeah. And you got yours going too?
Yeah, I think we got about 34. I did like the reason I wanted to do it was to get my YouTube growing more, which helps a ton because that's automatically one video more a week
Right.
if I
Every
do it.
week. Yeah. Right.
And now that I got the setup going, hopefully it helps because it was fucking a pain in the ass to upload it and all the other stuff. Now we have this. It's like 2 pushes of buttons, right?
Right.
And you can go live more, which I think live is going to be like a bigger thing this year than it has been in the past. Like live on all the other fucking platforms. And if you go live, this
we record there's a group of people that can watch ours live every week.
yeah, we can do that too, Tom, on
Right.
that thing. There's a whole list of things. We don't really
Yeah.
know
Like
all the
we
ins and
bought this
outs
tonight
of
so,
this,
like,
but
yeah.
there's a
Right,
lot of
right.
options we can do with this. And I could put live Instagram, YouTube,
Like
Twitter,
Twitch, X.
Facebook, everything at the same time, and then go to all platforms at the same time as well. So if you get,
I
a
don't know
guest
about-
or something,
I don't know about all the platforms. I think you could stream to one platform.
it says you can go to multiple platforms at once, Tommy.
On this one?
Yes, trust me, I've looked into it for many
yeah.
hours.
Yeah, our tech guy Finn said
I
it'll work.
I'm a professional.
Assume you know.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's about half. Everything's half true right now.
Mm-mm. You can go multiple platforms at once, so that's what makes this really good.
maybe.
And 1080p, also getting more guests on. Like our Let's Get Stupid podcast, we need to grow it more with guests, like how you've done and how fucking Dave's done.
Yeah.
I mean, it just helps your podcast grow. I think me and Tom back and forth are good, but maybe 1 to 2 guests a month that will help the podcast out a lot more and grow it even bigger. So
yeah, and it's nice not to always have a guest too, because that it is more of a pain in the ass, obviously lining up a guest and making sure you got stuff to talk about and doing it that way. So it's nice to have a variety, sometimes when you don't have a guest and going back and forth, I think. And we have a lot of listeners. So the guests are good because we draw on new people that have maybe never listened before because they're like, hey,
Right.
I'm a fan of Shane Haller or whatever, or Shane Haller, and so I'm going to listen to the Massenomics podcast. I've never listened to it before. But then we've got a lot of our regular listeners, our longtime listeners that always say, we actually kind of like it better when you guys don't have a guest, when you guys are just shooting the shit. So I think it's good to have a mix of both too.
Same here. We just haven't had a lot of guests, and especially we haven't had a lot of video either at all. So this would be easy for us to upload. We're not very tech savvy like your buddy over there. Tommy presses 2 buttons and, bada bing, bada boom. We got a fucking thing going, no editing.
Yeah, and we could edit it like a post that I could take the clip, add more things to it and whatever. But it's just like for me, it's a timing thing too. Like once we can get like a thing set up before it, and I can make it a little bit fancier. But for now, it's just like I gotta get this shit out. I'm on I got a next thing to do. I don't have time for this.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
The faster the better.
Yeah, the faster, the quicker, the easier, the better.
Yeah, having it out there, period, is more important than having it like. Some of that shit, the funniest thing to me is like Instagram. Like sometimes you waste so much time trying to make like this perfectly polished thing.
I've said that 100 times, Tommy.
And it just ends up being shit. And it's like Instagram knows, first of all, like it wants organic stuff more so.
Raw footage is the best. It has been forever.
Yeah. So it knows. So when I think it knows, like, it'd be like, you ran this through like 3 different programs, like you're adding all this stuff and doing this shit, and it doesn't like it. It wants it like just done. And if you do the more editing that you can just do in the Instagram app, even it likes it better too.
Yeah.
Content is king. You got to have content. You can have a fucking $1 million camera, fucking all this other bullshit, and all you got is a fucking pile of shit,
Yep.
Well said.
That's exactly right.
Content is king, brother. You bring the content, man. It's you don't need all the fancy shit. Well,
right.
Tommy got fancy shit now. I mean, right? Tommy,
Hey, whoa. Yeah, but that's how we are. We're just like, let's just get it out, make it a little bit better, get it out fast enough, and then if we can make it fancier, I could pull some clips and add some captions and stuff.
That's the nicest part, I think, is being able to then, when you can use your YouTube video that already exists.
Yeah,
and then use that for Instagram content.
Yeah, that's like, well, that's what they say you should start. It's like my brother's big into marketing with this Sub-Zero, and he's like hiring.
It's just
people,
like a funnel from YouTube to other.
And he's like,
shit
you got to start at YouTube, dude. Everything else is fucking after that. You
long
start
form
there,
and a short form,
and then you pull, and then I'm like, yeah, but it's like YouTube's also it's tougher, not tougher to do, but it's more shit. Instagram, I could go on my phone and put up a picture and record a lift, and it's it's simple. YouTube is a lot more of a process.
Yeah, YouTube is the thing we've really over the last year been trying to get going a lot more than we have in the past. So over the last year, we do the podcast episode every week. We've done that for like 8 years. So there's always a podcast episode, but then over the last 52 weeks, a little over 52 weeks now, we've had a separate YouTube video every single week. And that's yeah.
So I watched some of your YouTube videos recently out here. And that last I think the last one you guys did, man, it was borderline gay.
What one was it?
You guys were deadlifting.
What was borderline about it?
You guys, there was no borderline.
We were going for fully beyond the line.
One guy was, I think, deadlifting, and the other guy was squatting, and you guys were kissing each other in your gym.
Well, I remember most of it, other than the kissing. That part, like
I thought you guys. I don't know. I thought you guys were looking at each other. Weren't you guys looking at each other while you were like he's squatting here,
like we were
you're deadlifting here, and you're facing each other like this as you're fucking working out?
That's not exactly how I remember it, but it's been a few weeks since we recorded that one. But yeah, that was our last one.
Yeah, I watched it.
Yeah. So that's what we've done. There it is.
There it is, brother. Right here.
That's a
fast forward a little bit, Tommy. Right here, where they're in the locker room.
No, that's all there. Yeah, it's that one right there.
Yeah, fast forward a little bit, and then you'll
Recordings
see.
Recordings just got better.
Oh, good. Hey, look at this
ad. From StreamYard.
This is great. This is what we're using.
All right.
Does this look gay at all time? This is how porno starts,
right?
Hashtag submasters.
Go to like 5 minutes.
I'm going to do, I think.
Oh, yeah.
That's my warm up. I'm pretty much doing a.
Hey, it's got 69 likes.
Tom, am I right or am I wrong, buddy? This does not look kind of a homosexual or no?
Kind of the guy you hit your main lifts.
Yeah,
and you say,
I love it. Look at that bar. What a great bar.
Yeah, strength. You have the Semperfi bar?
Who's with that Strength Co?
Yeah, Strength Co bar.
Next up,
it's sitting right in front of me, 5 feet.
Got a little reverse hyper. I've actually never got to use this one.
5,000 subscribers. That's good.
Yeah, we're getting. It's growing a little bit. We've gotten paid a couple times from YouTube now for the first time ever.
You just pause it right there.
Well, that part looks a little. I guess we're being fair, but
what are you guys promoting here? Come on, look at this picture, huh?
Hey, we don't care who subscribes as long as someone's subscribing.
Hey, listen, I'm telling you, me and Bossman are out here the other night watching that. Bossman was getting a little horny, and I had to shut it off. That's all I'm going to say.
Different strokes, different folks, man. I'm all about it. Content's king, right?
Yeah,
we watch the whole thing.
You watched all 30 minutes of it?
We did, and it got a little weird. At certain parts, I got a little nervous.
Well, I guess you watched it.
No, we did. Listen, I'm one of the viewers, brother. I watch everything.
No, but
you got that projector, right? Where you set up like your videos before you train and stuff.
Yeah. We always sit out here and drink pre-workout and watch the videos up here in the.
So we were huge on the screen in the gym.
Massive.
Yeah. 140-inch screen out here. We were watching in the movie theater there before we started. Yeah, I remember my shed. I had that little like TV as big as the computer I'm looking at right now. So
like Michael Scott when he's got that plasma.
If
I'm not watching,
I just it out. Yeah,
that's me right there.
Yeah. So that's our thing, is trying to do YouTube. So like when on this Arnold trip, we should hopefully come out with like 3 or 4 videos out of that trip, probably at least 2.
Yeah. Same here. I've been trying to grow my YouTube forever, man. It's so fucking hard. It's just so hard to put that much time and effort into fucking YouTube. Like Tom said earlier,
it never ends.
Instagram is so easy. I fucking make a story. Here's what I ate right now. Here I'm in the gym. I'm coming home from work. Whatever, Very simple. Gets a lot of views. You post your workout or some stupid video or me yelling in the fucking phone. I mean, it doesn't take me more than 10 minutes or so, but you do a YouTube video, you got to take hours out of your day to shoot the video.
Yeah.
And then somebody's got to fucking edit it and then post it. So,
but I think the subscribers that you get on, let's say 10,000 subscribers on YouTube are worth a lot more than 10,000 subscribers on Instagram.
Yeah.
Like if
that's
you
a diehard.
Yeah. If you get them in on your YouTube and if they're watching us do a 30-minute video of us, just like the clips we were just seeing there, they're probably gonna buy something from us.
No, it's true. That's why I'd like to grow my YouTube because it's more insight into your life and
Right.
whatever, you know. But I think the same thing. That's why I've been trying to push it. Hopefully, like I said, the beginning of the end was my first video of this year, which is a couple weeks ago. I'm either all in or I'm never doing it again, one or the other, because I put too much fucking money into it and time. So it's now or never. If I can't do it now,
Just give up.
it's never gonna happen. It's it.
Sell the equipment.
Yeah, it's over with, 100%. So, like, I got new mics, new camera, new lens, new.
You got those Rode,
Everything.
what are those little ones?
Got the DJI 2s.
Yeah.
Oh, he's reaching for something. What's he got?
These things. Right?
What's he pulling out there, Tommy?
Yeah, he's got one.
Oh, you got the Rode one. No, I got the DJI 2 that just came out last month.
Okay.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
that better than this?
Yeah. The best of the best, pal. I hate to break it to you.
Never
Damn it.
used it or recorded with it, but it's better than yours, all right?
No, we did.
So
it.
you
Hey, and
know.
Now ours suck.
Rode's good. What Rode one is that? I learned all about mics one day.
Well, actually, I know these are older ones.
Like
Then
the
we just
Go
ordered a
Twos or
new
something?
one for the Arnold here where you could just plug it into one and it works to plug in two. So like Tommy, because there's two parts to this. There's the actual microphone and then there's the receiver that plugs into your phone or your camera.
Right, yeah.
Now our new ones, you just have one receiver into your camera and it can have two separate microphones to it. You know what else is cool that we got? And we're going to bust this out at the Arnold. You'll see it there. We got the handheld microphone.
Shut up. You saw me do that, you dummy.
Oh no. Do you have one or what?
I got one with my logo on it.
Well, we've had that for years. Pull up our YouTube channel.
Oh,
again.
you did. You had the
yeah.
wireless one. I yelled into that one. You're right.
Right.
You're right. You're
But
right.
what we did now with these Rode ones,
I
like
did
those
the
are
same thing. They clip on.
Oh, you've got that thing too?
And I got the big banner around it.
We've got that too. Oh, okay. Damn it. I thought I was telling you something cool.
Dang it. What are you doing now, Tommy?
He said, you want to pull up a microphone or something?
Well, I just wanted to brag to him that we had it first, but I think he remembers it now.
There you
But
go, Huck Finn barbell.
there.
This piece of shit. It's your worst one ever.
Type in actually this would be funny. Type in Huck Finn Massenomics at the top and find the video where it'll be both of you guys at the Pioneer booth in there.
Oh shit.
That one, right? Oh wait, no,
There's
go
a
back.
couple of them there.
That's not the right one.
Tom Finn Shotguns Beers at the Arnold
this
5
one.
years
There
ago.
you go. That's the one I was thinking of.
Oh, there's that mic right there, the 17 Roundup.
Yeah. So this is in 2017.
We are live inside the Pioneer fucking Fit booth. Can you swear on this thing? Oh,
Can you swear on this thing?
hell yes. We're drinking beer.
Look at that mustache.
What? We're drinking
Is a
shots.
mustache.
We're kissing women, and
Look
we're
at
taking our
Dallas, looks like
pants
a little
off.
kid.
Tom, you got anything to say for yourself?
Long trip in, very tired.
Mustache
4 hour
groomer.
drive from Chicago, but it turned into 12 because Finn made us stop at every nudie bar on the way there. Yep, but we have $5 pizzas waiting for us tomorrow.
$5 pizzas.
I got one thing to say to you. You just got your asses whipped by a bunch of goddamn nerds. Nerds!
If I was
Oh,
you,
I'd do something about it.
I'd go out
I'd
there
go
and
out there and I'd redeem myself
in the eyes of my father, my maker, and my coach.
Well, what are we waiting for?
Let's get those nerds. God, I love that guy.
Okay, bye.
Thanks, guys.
Hey, what happened to that guy?
He moved to Europe. And
What?
moved away. And we bought him out of Massenomics, and he actually, since in the last couple of years, he moved back to Western Northeast South Dakota. He lives in town here again and trains at the gym and stuff. He's just not affiliated with Massenomics.
Three guys
Was he a
owned
part owner,
Massenomics
yeah?
in the beginning?
There was actually 4 of us originally. Well,
It all comes
to be
out now.
fair, originally at very first it was me. I kind of started it, and then there was one other guy before Tommy that I had in on it. He was supposed to be like writing blog posts and stuff like that. And then Tommy came in because Tommy designed the logo. And I'm like, hey, you want to just be part of the, I was just like anyone I could find. Hey, you want to own the company with me? Because there's nothing to own. So
Yeah.
giving away another percentage of nothing. And so there was 4 of us really. And then that guy moved away to Europe.
Hold
So
on,
we
I'm taking a leak. You guys can't see me on the camera.
Just your back. You're fine.
Ah,
You're good.
oh, I got to turn the mic off. Shit. I gotta piss my pants.
So we bought the one guy out when he moved away, and then the other guy had moved away, and he wasn't able to contribute very much, so we bought him out. So then it's just been Tommy and I
So
for like the last
but
4 or 5 years.
as I say, that's probably your bulk of your growth, though.
Yeah, actually, when it became just him and I, prior to that, it was never like a money-making business. We were never paying ourselves any money from anything. We were doing a lot of work and getting a very little return, if any.
Mhm.
You know, it wasn't costing us anything. We never invested any money in anything. So, you know, it's all been bootstrapped from the beginning. So,
Yeah.
it never really, I mean, actually, I think we each invested $500 to start the company just to buy some shit and buy some t-shirts and stuff. But other than that, we've never put any money into it. But yeah, it's just him and I. And that's when when we bought the other guy out and it was just the two of us, we actually sat down and we were like, okay, now with the two of us, I think we can make this into something enough where it's with just the two of us, we can make it worth enough that it actually pays for our time. And we're like, what do we actually need to do to make this a real thing and not just like us screwing around with our buddies on the weekends?
So is it like now it's like a setup, an LLC split 50%? Well, it probably can't be done 50,
Yeah.
51,
There's that.
49, like for tax purposes and stuff like that. So
Well, there's
we have
actually two
shares.
LLCs. Massenomics LLC is what Tommy and I are 50-50 partners of.
Mhm.
And that's almost that Massenomics LLC is basically everything you would see from ours besides the gym.
Gotcha.
Massenomics Gym LLC is a separate LLC, and that's a way different. Gym ownership is a way different animal than all the rest of it. So I just own the gym myself. I always have. Well, me and my wife, I guess you would say, own Massenomics Gym LLC, and that has a lot of different liability and stuff
Tanner
with it, of course,
Bird?
too. So yeah,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
saw Mrs. Bird online today.
what was she doing?
She was commenting on that post. I figured it was your,
Tango Charlie.
it
Yeah,
was your wife, so I clicked on her profile.
yeah, that was my wife, and my
Scared me.
mom.
She was half nude on there.
No, that
Come
wouldn't
on,
be her.
man. I didn't know that. She's a stripper.
My mom was on there commenting too. I haven't seen the comment, but I was out to eat lunch with my mom the other day, and she's like, "Yeah, I got on there and I was giving them hell on Facebook too."
I love it.
Thanks,
That's
Mom.
Awesome.
I'm like, "Yeah."
My mom would have done the
My
same
mom-
shit.
My mom's
So was
still
yours,
fighting
Tom.
my battles for me, not letting any of my friends pick on me.
Yeah, right. You guys are stealing my son's shit, you assholes.
Yeah, so that's how it's broken up. There's two LLCs because the gym is separate. I've always owned the gym myself, and the gym, I've never taken any money out of the gym either. I just am always using it to buy more equipment.
Hey,
The
you guys
gym
got a
really is
ton of
just
equipment, man. I was
what's
watching
that?
that. I was watching a video, or
We got a lot of equipment.
you guys got a ton more equipment than when what's his name was out. Jackson Holmes was out there.
Way more. The gym is because I don't take any money out of it. I'm just always constantly buying. We've got like 50 barbells at this point, and we've got all the nicest shit because that's what the gym always was. Because I like gym equipment, and obviously, but
Like
my wife
addicted to
didn't
gym
want me
equipment.
spending tens of $1,000s of our money
Yeah.
on gym equipment. So
That's
now
good.
it's like,
Good
well,
workaround.
I use the gym. Yeah, I use the gym. The gym buys our gym equipment.
Yeah. And you can write it all off.
Right. Actually, that is the way I try to operate the gym, that it
At a
shows
loss.
that we make no money at the very least, that we don't make any money, because I don't want to pay Uncle Sam any extra.
Yeah.
Better
Absolutely.
watch it. Uncle Sam watches this podcast.
Well, it's not doing anything. I mean, it's just taking advantage of the system that they have set up.
Yeah.
It's not illegal. It's just I just don't want to give them more than we have to. It's crazy. I work in agriculture industry, and there's people that have it down that can make so much money and pay so little in taxes.
I have nothing. I don't know anything about taxes. Tom's got a guy. He knows a lot about.
I don't
taxes.
actually either. I just work with other people that do actually know about it, and just there's people that have it down like to an art and to a science to make just shitloads of money, but yet not have to pay hardly any taxes.
Like Trump.
I mean, everyone that's worth that much money, everyone that.
Yeah, he's not the only one. Why do you think the laws are set in place for the people who put him that way?
Right.
Yeah, that's why a congressman makes 200. Well, a lot of reasons. Congressman makes 200 grand, and they're worth 20 million. Right, because they got the inside trading. And they don't pay any taxes because the laws that they set up or they know of, they use. So it's like there's plenty of ways around it. But anytime you mention taxes, people get nervous. That's why, I'm
nervous.
I pay someone, so I don't have to be nervous. I pay because I used to do my own books, so I would I would read tax codes and be like, okay, what can I say is a write off and what can I say is not a write off?
Right.
What's 50% write off? Because a lot of times with meals up until 2021, it was 50% write off and then it became 100% after COVID. So it was like, it was very confusing, or rather before 2021. It was very confusing of what could be written off and not. And then I got a new tax guy and he goes, no, you just send me whatever you spend and I
Right.
figure it out. And
Right,
that's why
right.
he charges so much money. But he is well worth. He's worth it. 3, 4,
Yeah.
5x over.
Do you guys
it's easier.
does Illinois have a state income tax?
Yeah.
Illinois is the
much?
most taxed state of all time.
We don't have no state income tax.
I am paying more in taxes than I ever made
Yeah.
in my life. It's insane
Yeah.
how much I pay in taxes. I'm just taxed out my ass.
So what about like so you have to pay a state income tax also on your personal, but not just your W-2 income, but like if you
Yes.
Huck Finn barbell the money
Quarterly,
you
we
make,
pay a state
Yeah.
income tax with the
but
federal.
you're paying quarterly in advance, right? Like that's a quarterly estimated payment.
Yeah.
Is that what you do? Like you're paying kind of like in advance for the next year. So hopefully at the end of the year, you don't have some huge bill that you haven't been socking away money for, right?
Yeah, we're supposed to find that out here tonight
Yeah.
or tomorrow. So
Yeah, we're just doing
we
that
might not
too.
be able to make our trip. We have to pay a lot of money. We might have to
We got to
cancel the
sell a
Arnold.
lot of shirts to pay our
Yeah,
tax.
we
bill.
are
Yeah.
fucked. We are royally fucked. Please buy our t-shirts.
Yeah. The taxes thing gets crazy, and when you have a W-2 job is one thing,
I said that the other day too. Yeah,
which I still do too.
Yeah.
We're Tommy and I are just like you guys. We have
it's like you expect that, but you don't when you
Yeah.
made your own shit. Like I made this. I did
right.
out of the
Right, I
fucking
created
my stupid
this-
brain.
Yes.
And now I
yes,
got to
like,
pay so much
we
money.
made this money out of thin air, basically, but yet, and like I have it now, but now I still need to give you it does feel way
Now the
different
mob
than the
comes in and they take
W-2.
their cut
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, at least in the business sense, it's taxed less.
Right.
22% versus 37%,
Right.
depending what tax bracket you're in. But to your point about Illinois, we pay 5% income tax.
Tom loves this stuff. He's really getting
That's
into
not
this shit.
too bad. Isn't there
Yeah.
some states that
Yeah.
are more than that? Like California is probably higher, I suppose.
Yeah,
than
it's
that.
higher, but it's still 5% sucks. Every
Right.
100 grand you make, they take 5, and it's just like, and then it's on top of your federal, on top of your social
Right.
security. Like it's it gets old, dude. You look at your check, so like that's why I figured out like years ago, there's ways around this. You just got to pay the right people who know the laws. They change the laws every year. I can't keep up with them that much. I just spend the money how I spend it, and then I let my tax guy figure it out.
Right.
Like I said, like, same thing with YouTube. I need something quick, click, and done. Here's what I did. You figure it out. I like quick, easy, as fast as I can because I don't have time to sit through and understand the tax codes from the previous year.
I think
Right.
I've become intoxicated.
Oh, you know what my best hack on taxes was this year though? I had a 4th kid, so
Boom.
child tax extra
4th kid. Holy shit.
extra child tax credit.
Yeah, showed them.
I read somewhere though, because how
Lot
many
of
kids do
sex
you
out in
guys? Do
South
you guys each
Dakota.
have 3 kids or?
Yeah, I have 4.
You
3.
have 4? Well, yeah, whatever. But what I heard somewhere is like 3's kind of like when you have 3 kids, people are like, oh yeah, that's quite a few kids. But then when you have 4, that's when people are like, whoa,
Holy
whoa
shit.
what are
Hey,
you
easy,
weird?
psycho.
I know.
Yeah, like what are you guys Amish or like why do you 4 kids? Like that's when people start to be like,
What are you guys
must be
doing out
real-
there?
And they
yeah,
say that
right.
3 is the hardest.
I don't know, man.
Well, you'll figure it out. I guess they say like because the kids not raise the kids.
Yeah.
But they're,
Yeah.
a lot more helpful. Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I'm sure I mean, with your oldest daughter, Finn, she could probably watch my kids.
Well,
Yeah,
she's
I mean,
getting
she probably
better. It's
could.
it's a lot better, probably this year than it has been ever,
Yeah.
But geez, it's crazy, man. And we both got 3 girls.
So what do you
Yeah.
got, Tanner?
2 and 2.
2 and 2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
It's a good
you
split.
designed that?
Yeah. No, this last one because this last one was a boy, so we had 1 boy and 2 girls.
I hope he's
And
a very masculine boy.
Oh yeah, big time. Very,
Good.
very for a 3-month-old, you can just tell he's extremely
Yeah.
masculine.
Yeah, he's doing push-ups already. He's got
All
a
the other
mustache.
All the other times I couldn't have cared. You're always just like what everyone says. You're like, I just want to be healthy. But that is really what I did not have a preference. But this last time, since the last 2 were girls,
Oh.
I'm like, no, this one I do want to be a boy so that I'm not going all through because my oldest son is in 6th grade, he's like 12, 13. So it won't be that long. He's eventually like going off to college. And then I'm like, I'm going to be stuck with a house full of like 5 women if we don't get
Join
one
the
more
club,
boy here.
bud.
Yeah, right. So I
Me
got
and
one
Tom
more
are
boy to
just-
even it out.
Yeah, I got
Women galore.
5 women and 2 female dogs. Like, just nothing, dude.
So I had what, 3 girls, and then Tom had 1, and then within like
When
I
you
don't
had
even know.
2, and then I had
Is-
1, and then
What?
I had the twins.
You didn't have 2. I think Kyla was a little bit older, right? And then
How old is she now?
5.
Yeah, my twins are 5.
Yeah, what was her
So
birthday?
you had 2. I had 1.
I think it was within like a month after we found out. I don't know, it was something really crazy. But I had the 3rd, and you had 1, and then within maybe a week or a month or 2 months or whatever is when you said you're having twin girls,
Yeah,
and you caught up to me in like a month. You caught up to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how
So
it
you
went.
both your guys' youngest kids are 5.
Yeah.
They're like kindergarten-ish age, but
Yep,
you know,
kindergarten.
right? Yeah.
Kindergarten.
Kindergarten and 5th grade's my
I've got a
oldest.
kindergarten girl too. We all have kindergarten girls
Yep.
then. But yeah, so you're kind of right at you're just about getting to the point though where it's like it should just get easier and yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
you
no,
trade
it
off
is.
like other shit gets harder, but
Yeah.
like you don't have like little kids.
Diapers, man. I don't wanna go back to
Right.
that
You're
shit.
like once they're in school, you know, like they're going
No,
to school every day, and
yeah.
you're getting
Oh yeah, Karen. She's been with the littlest one until this year, so she didn't know what to
Right.
do. Like she stopped working when she was born and started working on just up in Barbell, right? And then she finally went to school this year, the kindergarten.
She's gonna like to fill her extra time. Karen's probably gonna have to start dragging Massenomics screens.
And
Probably.
she's been dragging a lot of ink the last couple weeks. She's very upset. I don't know. She made so many shirts, and she still got. I think she still got 80 more shirts to make in the next couple days.
People need to support the companies like ours where we drag our own ink, you know, like you guys do.
I always say that. I say, listen, there's not many companies that drag their own ink. And I'm specifically talking about those Massenomic assholes out South Dakota in their bedroom getting their shirts delivered to them.
I wish I knew how to do like if say Karen could move to South Dakota for a month and teach us how to do it, like because it's not easy. From the little bit that I've looked into it, it is an art. Like even knowing how to do it and do it well, I'm like, because the equipment's not cheap, but like we could buy the equipment, but I'm like, I can't buy being an expert at doing that.
Well, it also takes a lot of time, man.
I also don't really have the time, but in my mind, I think like, we could either figure it out or hire someone, or, you know, like you could do it
When you
somehow.
got space in your gym somewhere?
We could, yeah, I could rent out a little more space, and that there's extra space there.
You got an opportunity. Karen learned in about,
but
it took her a couple months, but she learned from JB Boss. Remember those guys?
But was he, so she had him like around close that he could be.
He came over for like 2 weekends or 2 weekends in a row or something like that in that first month and taught her everything. And then she learned, you know, on her own as well. And then we weren't going to come out with anything till the beginning of that summer. So that September, but then Jackson almost died. And we came out that Let's Get Stupid shirt 18 in July. So they came in June. I bought the equipment in May and we filled our garage with it. And then she learned from JB Boss. She was pregnant then too. And I had to pull the ink, which I know how to do all that, but I can't flood a screen, which is like, I guess easy, but I can't do it.
What about like making the screens? Isn't that hard? Don't you have to be in like a dark room? And
she's got like a tent in there pretty much.
Right.
Canopy that's all dark, and you got to burn the screen, the image on the screen. And that's very difficult because you keep fucking it up.
Right.
Because it's like really hard and nobody knows what the
I don't think I have the right
is.
patience or mentality to do that. Figure that out.
That's the worst.
I'm sure you could even figure it out through YouTube. You could teach yourself, but I don't want to say I don't have the time because
But even when you do teach yourself, there's no set time with it. It's
right.
Like you power wash it out and the image goes away. Then you're like, well, now I got to spend a whole nother week, you know, cleaning this screen and then recoding it and then burning it again in 4 days and then trying it again.
Right.
You know, it's just a pain in the ass. That's the worst part of it because I have to deal with that part. So that's why it's the worst part. But
right.
No, Karen, she wishes she had that mechanical machine that just drops down like 8-Man Strong has, where they do it themselves. Like they don't do anything. They just, you know, load the screen on there and they fucking load the shirts on there and it just spins around. I mean, that's easy. You pump out 100 screens an hour that way. But I don't know, Karen, I think she could do 60 shirts in a day, 70 shirts. I don't know. And that's a lot with front and back.
Right. Yeah, it's dragging some serious ink.
Yeah, she's been dragging ink for the last, I don't know, 8 weeks for the Arnold. Remember
Dragon
that?
ink kind of seems like a perverted thing to me. That
Yeah.
Dragons, she really knows how to drag ink. if
She
you know
can
what I
drag
mean.
ink with the best of them, man. She needs her elbows need a little grease. Hopefully those elbows are warmed up tonight when I get off this podcast. But yeah, she made a lot of shit for this. I was saying back in 2020 she made all those shirts, and then the fucking Arnold got canceled like a week before.
Yeah, we sold
Oh.
great online though that year.
Oh,
though.
we did
that all
too.
worked out fine.
We sold better online than we did like at the Arnold. That's how good it was. That's how
Right.
how many people supported everybody because of that, which is great. Like, man, she was pissed. I don't know how many thousands of dollars, it could have been down the drain because of that. That was the worst part.
I know it.
It all worked out. Speaking of the Arnold, what is your favorite memory of the Arnold over the last, decade or whatever you've been going?
Oh boy, there's been some good ones. I think my favorite thing I ever did is I did this 21 beer salute one time. I got all my followers to come and
coming soon, brother. High noon, both Friday and Saturday.
Oh, favorite memory is tough though. I mean, there's been some fun watching some fun lifts over the years of the strongman and the cage and shit and being like that. Actually, what was the funnest, I think, was those first year or two that we went before we even had a booth. And when Massenomics was barely a company, we had kind of gotten we didn't kind of do it. We had gotten like these media passes. Like we had to forge all this stuff, make it sound like we were a real media company. So that way they would give us access. So like when the cage is going on, it's like, oh yeah. And that's why we had those microphone flags. We were like, we just got to make this look official.
Yeah.
And then that microphone flag, that was like carrying a gun around. You could walk up to anyone, and if you were carrying this microphone that looked like an official thing, anyone would let you in anywhere.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, you want to get back here behind the stage for to talk to Brian Shaw? Like this guy. I mean,
That's awesome.
you can't stop you. You have a microphone. Obviously,
Right.
you're allowed to be back here. So that was kind of the funnest those first couple of years when we probably had no business doing what we were doing, but we were able to get in everyone in everywhere and like go in the cage when everyone was lifting and get interviews and just kind of hang out in there, be like actually in the scene. No, here's a good one. I think it was 2017. I think it's episode 50 or 52 of the Massenomics podcast. So it was the first year or somewhere around there. We interviewed Dan Bell. We brought him back to our Airbnb. And there's this big park. I don't know if you've ever walked much around the convention center, if you've ever walked very far out of there, but there's this big park that you got to walk almost like a mile through. And that's how you got to our Airbnb. You had to walk about a mile through this park. And we brought Dan with us and we made him walk with us to the park. And I think this is a year he squatted like 1,000 for a double in the cage or something like that. And he was not happy about this walk we had to do to and from.
It's not far, man. Just follow us.
Yeah,
right to this park.
And he was huffing and puffing and pissed off about the walk. I'll never forget doing that walk through the park with Dan. I think he probably weighed about 400 pounds at the time. So
yeah, like a fridge.
And then we bring him back to our Airbnb and he didn't know who any of us were. And we sit there and do this podcast around the couch with him for an hour or two. And yeah, that was good stuff. So I guess kind of that earlier stuff, after a while, it becomes a blur. Like I was talking to Tommy about it and I'm like, fuck, in 2022, where was our booth even at? Like I couldn't even picture in my mind where we were or anything. And he had to describe it to me. And then I could eventually remembered it. Yeah.
I remember I was at your booth on like a Saturday morning. I showed up and there wasn't that many people that year. And we didn't have a booth. I just showed up because it was the Arnold and I just want my name out there. It's just fun to be there too.
Yeah.
And we go out there and I meet a guy by the name of
John Gruden.
Exactly. And nobody knew who it was. I saw him. I said, that's fucking John Gruden.
No, you were standing right next to me and I punched you on the shoulder and I go, because I knew you'd know who it was. I'm like, there's John Gruden.
Okay, maybe you did, but nobody else knew who he was.
And Okay, this maybe this is
Nobody
the best
was there.
thing.
Nobody was going
And-
around him. Nothing.
And you know what? And we went up to John Gruden, and you know what he was there for?
Deuce.
Well, he was there for Deuce. That's why he was at the Arnold, but he was looking for the Massenomics booth. He came and bought like
Because of
5 or
Deuce,
6
right?
t-shirts. Yeah, because we kind of talked to Deuce over the years, and he was there the day before. And when Deuce was there the day before, he said, "Hey, I'm going to send my dad over here later this weekend."
Think
And
you're
we kind of
joking.
thought,
There he is.
there he is. And we kind of thought, sure, yeah. I mean, like that sounds
Chucky.
cool. Like, I assume he's not going to come over here, but yeah, the next day he was like, "Yeah, I'm looking for the Massenomics booth."
Yeah, I couldn't believe John Gruden is, and he had just. This is like 6 months after all that shit went down with
Yeah.
Gruden, he got fired and all that. And I was like, how does nobody know? This is like nobody's even
He-
going up. Nobody knows it's John Gruden.
Yeah,
I mean, he's one of the most famous football coaches
and analysts and yeah,
everything.
he
Yeah, I would
he
have
was
picked him out of the crowd.
yeah.
Yeah, he's a huge football fan.
What I could say is he was awesome though. He was such
Great
a nice
guy.
dude, and like I would have nothing but I mean, like whatever, he got into some hot water on something there, but at least in my experience, he was real nice dude.
Oh, he was the nicest guy ever. He sat there and talked with us forever. Mrs. Barbell wasn't there. I ran up to him afterwards, introduced him to Mrs. Barbell again. He talked to her for 5 minutes.
Which
One of the nicest guy ever.
which of the Paul brothers or whatever is it? Which one that's in the slap boxing? You know, Jake Paul or I don't know.
Yeah, one of those brothers. Yes.
I don't
You know,
know them well. They're really famous. I can't tell you the
Yeah, I don't
difference.
remember
but
the one. I don't know what the other guy's name is.
one of
the
them,
Paul-
when we were setting up, maybe this might have been 2022. I think when we were setting up our booth on Thursday night.
Well, they had the slap boxing that weekend.
Yeah. Well, and they were there coming to set up or something, and I think his dog took a big shit next to our booth, and they had to come get a baggie from us to clean up
Logan
their dog
Paul.
shit.
There you go.
Yeah, Logan Paul. There you
Took
go.
a shit by your booth.
Yeah, their dog did. So we kind of met Logan Paul that weekend too.
Jesus, you guys are getting famous. That Massenomics team is getting really famous, man.
Catching on like wildfire. People are starting to figure out if we're actually from North Dakota or South Dakota. And
Man. Tom, what's your favorite?
Probably squatting in the cage and dropping the weight.
I was gonna say,
Good
wasn't there a
memory.
big drop?
Yeah, fucking it's
almost
like-
killed me.
Oh, yeah, it did almost kill you. Good thing.
Almost cut my feet off. My toes off. It was like
that big
inches.
football guy. He's like a football coach now, or strength coach. Told you to get out of
DJ.
the way. Yeah, he was. Yeah, that was
DJ
probably the-
Whitehead.
yeah. Whitehead was probably one of my better memories. I mean, people hated me afterwards.
Because you
I don't
bailed
know
it or what?
why, dude. You didn't.
Yeah, because I dropped the weight.
So was there none of the straps set up on the monolift or
Well,
Time
whenever I
up with
see
his
straps on a monolith, I
Throw
take
them
them
up.
and move them.
yeah.
Like I'd never, unless I'm squatting by myself in my garage and I think might be sketchy. I'll put them on. Otherwise, I always take them and I flip them over the rack, like
Right.
habit, right? And usually what you want is if you're going to use them to be the monolith to be bolted down because
Right. Otherwise
the
it's gonna
straps
flip the whole
could
yeah.
flip the fucking thing.
Right.
I'm like, oh, well, for me, it's like the opposite of safety. I'm like, it's actually safer if they're not there.
Yeah, because you get
because
this
yeah, that
rack.
thing, it would have went into the fucking
Yeah.
crowd. I mean,
Right.
maybe, right? I don't know. Maybe it's centered enough to where it wouldn't. But yeah, just like my shoulder, I remember my shoulder gave out right at I was so fucking pissed. What was it?
825. It was right at the top too. I mean,
Yeah, right at the I mean, I was literally
inches from lockout. I thought you had that. I come running in because I thought you had it. That's why
Right.
I had the GoPro going right at you, and you dropped it, and it went about that close from my feet.
Yeah. It was,
So when you say
like,
everyone was mad at you, who was actually mad? Just people on the internet or
yeah,
like,
Reddit.
Yeah.
A lot of interact
Yeah.
fuckers.
like
Whatever.
did the animal people say anything or they didn't
No, they
care,
were
or-
all like worried if I was all right because they knew something
Yeah.
happened. It wasn't just like
yeah, you weren't
just
dropping it for
hanging out.
fun. Yeah.
Trying to see if I could find the video.
Yeah, that was my first year at the Arnold because of I was in the cage.
So what year was that, do you think? 16?
2016.
I got the thing hanging up
Yeah,
right
that was
there.
the year before. We hadn't gone yet that year. We didn't show up for the first time until the next year.
Yeah, I think it was because I did it 2 years in a row. I did like 15 and 16 or 16 and 17.
No, that was 16, Tommy.
Was it 16?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because what year was that? Pioneer booth was the following year. That was 17.
That was 17, yeah.
Yeah, so that was 16. 17 was the booth. So I remember going there and being going there and being whatever people coming to see us right at the Pioneer
Right.
booth, and I'm going, I don't know how many people are going to be here to want to see me. And I'm like, I wonder whose line that is. And we get closer. I'm like, holy fuck. There's this many motherfuckers that are in line. I couldn't believe it. You know, and that's how it kept me. Oh, there it is. There, yeah, there's my my video. This was it.
So this would have been 16. Oh, okay.
It's right. Yeah, right here. Animal
This is
Cage
warming
16.
up then,
I
or
think 725.
That's good angles.
Those are
man.
hundreds, so I don't know.
Yeah.
2 plates. I don't know.
This is it.
This is
Tom, I think, right here.
725?
I think this is where you drop it. Yeah,
Yeah,
right
this
here.
is a
Right here.
drop it.
See, up, and you're going.
That
I start
shoulder?
running in. Look at. Oh shit. There it is.
Shot me forward like a fucking boomerang,
Right.
dude.
Hey, look at this. Look who's getting a chewski.
who is that?
I'm packing chew for Dan
Dan
Bell.
Bell.
Oh,
Right there.
that's you.
That's me with a
Look how
blonde
skinny
mohawk.
Dan looks.
Dan looks tiny.
I know. He looks like Teen Wolf.
Yeah.
Look at that big dip he's putting in. Yeah, there. I'm deadlifting with T. Cummings.
You didn't even get a squat. You just got his dip, then you deadlifting.
I have no idea. I did fucking 10 years ago almost. I have no
Look at
idea.
Jursic. He looks so fat.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he?
He looks huge.
He's the best
Remember-
knee
There's
wrapper
Bell
on that
right
side of
there.
the Mississippi, isn't he?
He is. You got Dan. You got
There's
Tracy
a one-legged
B.
monster.
Oof.
Yeah, there's Dan Green and his girlfriend or his wife.
Is that Larry Wheels right here?
Where
I think it's Pete Rubish right up front, isn't it? In the yellow.
Rubish was
Can't
there.
tell. Was that Rubish in the yellow? I just barely saw the
Yeah.
side of his face.
Man, look at that crowd.
Oh, no, I don't know who
that's
that was.
can't remember his name.
Rubish was there the first day, I remember. Where are you looking at, Tom? To the right?
Yeah, is this I just
Remember
saw
that one
his
guy,
face.
that
Somebody
guy
else.
right there to the right? He was like 100 pounds. He could deadlift a lot.
The ant.
Ant?
The Ant, that was
Yeah.
his name. There's Hornstra. Remember, I fucking missed Hornstra's fist bump, and he was so pissed.
He benched 700. He could bench 700, couldn't he?
Yeah, man, that guy was built to bench.
I mean, look at
Like
his,
his
fucking
arms.
forearms.
Yeah.
His forearms are so short too. Look right here, I missed it. Right
Oh, left him hanging.
here we go. Ultimate.
Who is
Warrior
that in the
against
yellow
defense.
there?
Forget his
Brandon
name.
something.
Brandon, and then Mel.
Brandon Turquoise or something.
Yeah.
I think
His
this
old
is
So-
lady was super strong.
What are
too.
you pulling here? Were you working up to a heavy single?
Yeah, this is like 760 maybe. I think I missed this one. I fell forward.
Both hit 750 and missed 760.
Yeah, we both.
Oh,
did
you were
the
having
top.
a deadlift off. Okay.
Well, me and
Cummins.
T were yelling at each
Yeah.
other. God, I had it too. I never fell forward in a fucking deadlift ever.
That was
Ever.
embarrassing.
It
That
is.
was really
It's always
embarrassing.
backward. There's Cummings right there.
Cummins.
T
Really
Cummings.
knew her.
Yeah, coming. I ain't
Got him.
breathing hard yet. Oh, here's where me and Mark Bell kind of first
Is
meet.
this?
too.
Oh, this is at the silent mic.
That
Yeah.
was shortly after the poll.
Smokey.
Smoky.
God damn, that's so fucking long ago. I ripped my shirt off. I remember that.
Yeah, that was 16. Yep. So
Mark Bell. He doesn't have boosts there or anything anymore, does he? Even.
There's Jordan Wall.
I don't
Yep.
think so.
Hey, there's what's his
Kevin Oak.
face? The guy in the middle. Yeah, Oak.
Oh,
and that was
yeah,
Lu-
look at that shit, dude.
The other guy was that Luigi
Yeah, Fagonga or something. Look at that time. That's a good one.
at the Waffle
Outside
House.
Waffle House. There's my first koozie ever made. Awesome, man. I gotta watch some of those old things. Those
No,
brings
that's
back
good Arnold
memories.
memories.
It is, man.
that was good.
That was all shot with a GoPro there.
Oh, that was good.
Dang.
Glory days.
That was our glory days, man. That was definitely one of the funnest years for sure. That Arnold first time ever going there, never really seen, I don't know, that many people in the fitness industry ever, right? So we go there the first year time, we drive out there in your new truck. Remember that?
Yep.
Drank a lot of beer. We get there and people are handing me beers and taking pictures with me. Nobody really took a picture with me yet in 16. You know what I mean? Like I think I've gone, I don't know, to Myrtle Beach somewhere. Remember I was telling that story and some people were recognizing me, but nothing like the Arnold. I mean, it was insane. I couldn't believe how many people knew who I was. Never coming back thinking that. And then, like I said, the following year was at the Pioneer Fit booth where you were with me then, Tom. And then the following year after that was the JB Boss booth, right? In 18.
Yep.
And then we had a huge crowd that year, man. I mean, it looked like I said, the Happy Gilmore booth, like people fucking having sex and people drinking and in the corner. I mean, beer bongs, people smoking. It was just nothing like you'd see in the fitness industry. And then the following year we had our first booth, right? 2019. That's when we were across from you guys.
Yeah, that was
and
19.
then-
Yeah.
And that was wild as fuck. Tom, you remember that well? I played like 3 songs the whole time. Had that little boom box.
Yeah, it was great. And then I didn't realize that I just signed up to work the whole time because Finn does nothing. He just walks around. Remember me? Come on, get a picture, buy a shirt, maybe. I don't know what's going on over there. And I'm like, just me and Karen and like just slinging shirts. I'm like, this is
Cam
kind of
was
like,
there.
yeah, Cam. We all did all
Cam.
the selling, and Finn just walked around like he was just hanging
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that must be nice, Finn.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I've got to get something else on here. I was thinking about you. You know, you kind of give us hell about not actually drinking that many beers. My best beer drinking achievement. I know you've done the beer bong bench press before.
You hear that? Hold on. Do you hear that cat?
Nope.
It's purring.
Well, probably not into your microphone.
No, both microphones are on the other thing right over there where she's sitting at.
Oh, you
Hold on.
got
No,
her
you
mic'd
can't
up.
hear it.
Yeah, I don't got it.
Tanner
muted.
wasn't telling a story or anything. Get back to
Yeah,
the
that's right.
sorry,
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 what my
sorry.
beer
Go ahead,
drinking
go ahead,
story
go
is.
I was wondering where that
Telling my
purring
best
sound
beer
was.
drinking story. But so you did the beer bong bench press before, you
Yes.
know, that was probably like a 12-ounce beer or something that you bonged in there. Well, I used to do a fair bit of beer bonging at one point in time.
Oh.
And we were somewhere where the record, someone bonged, you know, a big bong and had done 5 beers at once. So I did the record. I did 5.5 beers at once. So it was like whatever 12 ounces times 5.5.
You got video of this?
No,
66,
but
didn't you?
yeah. And I bonged it all at once and I held it in for probably 1 minute.
And then peeked
And
it over.
then I remember it wasn't like throwing up. I just opened my mouth
Water out the
and
mouth.
it was just like
exorcism.
a super soaker come like
Yeah.
I literally there was no like my stomach wasn't like, you know, churning or anything like this. It was just like literally spraying out like a fire hydrant. Like I was just opened my mouth and it
I
just
love it.
sprayed back out just as fast as it went in.
I expect that in
Yeah.
about 4 days from now, pal.
I could do one beer, like I'm not doing 5 or 6 at once, but I could
Well,
beer bong one at a time.
We're
you know?
bringing a special beer bong that holds 8 beers, and we're bringing a ladder so we can hold it all the way up in the air.
If someone's gonna try and beat my record, they got to do 6 beers at once in one bong.
And hold it
Okay,
for more than a minute.
Yeah,
We're gonna have you do 5.5 first. before we start. That'll be
absolutely.
Thursday after we put
Yeah.
the thing together. You're
I would
doing
do
5.5.
one. Yeah.
You hear that? He's doing one. He's doing one. Then he'd
Yeah.
be naked about an hour later,
Yeah. Frank the Tank.
like old school.
I-
Right.
Fill it up again.
I did have a guy.
Oh, it's
We
drinking.
had a guy when we did the beer bong a lot at one point in time, and he did piss in a mason jar and then bonged his own piss.
Oh,
Dumped the
Jesus.
dumped the
That's-
piss
that's
back into the bong
nice.
and bonged the whole and
That's
took it
gross.
down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty impressive.
That was one of the more impressive ones. I can say I couldn't have done that myself.
The
but-
worst beer bong I ever did was I did 2 beers and a whole tin of Skull, and I swallowed everything and then projectile vomited within 10 seconds everywhere. Whole tin of Skull.
You mean it just turned it over and dumped
whole
it into
tin.
the
Dumped it into the top of the beer bong.
Oh,
with
Why
2
would
beers.
you do that?
Well, listen, I'm not the smartest guy sometimes. When I was younger, I did a lot of dumb things, Tommy.
do you guys chew when you're lifting?
I used to. I gave up chewing
Yeah.
10 years ago now.
Okay.
Yeah, I gave up.
But yeah, back in the day, I used to.
10 and a half years ago.
Yeah, we have got a lot of guys at the
Solid.
gym that do that, and I never had a stomach for chewing. But now we have a lot of people that just do the nicotine. Do you guys ever have those? The like Zins or On?
No, I don't believe in it.
If it's popular, I stay away from it.
Yeah.
No, but
Haven't-
I love
haven't tried
chewing. That was
either.
my favorite
Yeah.
thing ever. And then when I had my first kid, I gave it up. That was it.
Yeah.
Yeah, when Finn had his first kid, I also gave it up
And we did it together.
just in case he didn't make it. I could
I-
take his place.
Yeah,
I always thought-
it was like
Aaron
a
always
buddy
told me.
thing. It was like a buddy
always-
thing, right? In the army.
I always thought chewing would be cool, and I always wanted to start. And every time I did, it'd be like feel like a good little buzz for 5 or 10 minutes, and then after a while, I'd be like, oh, I feel
That's-
sick now.
It's that second chew gets you. The first
Yeah,
chew
okay.
sucks. Second one's awesome, and then
Okay.
that gets you hooked in. First chew is the worst. It's just like that movie Sandlot. You feel like shit, like the worst.
That's what I felt like every time that I did it. Yeah.
But then that
Yeah.
second chew is like, man, this is pretty fucking good. And then you add on, and God, I want to.
I'll chew the camel snooze when I'm traveling.
Yeah. Those are just like more mild, basically,
Yeah,
right?
because I can't smoke cigars in the car with the kids
Well,
anymore.
That's what like the Zins are like now, where it's not tobacco, it's just nicotine.
right.
So like you'd be
Yeah.
like you'd like take it instead of caffeine, basically. It's just a stimulant.
Yeah.
So like we'll have people that'll come to the gym and they'll throw one in like right before they lift.
Yeah, is
Well,
that
they
what
make
those
those
Zins are? I see
caffeine-
these Zin things everywhere.
That's
Yeah,
what those
it's
Zins
nicotine
are.
only.
They're just nicotine. They're not tobacco. They're just the nicotine.
They make caffeine pouches now.
Yeah,
Okay.
Cam was
does them
having that the other
constantly.
day.
300 milligrams per pouch.
Yeah. I'm
Really?
Like, dude, that's a lot.
He'll have like 3 of them in his mouth. Yeah, and on top of that, he takes like
It's
3
very
scoops.
unhealthy.
He takes 3 scoops of pre-workout on top of it.
And a honey bun.
Oh, always a honey bun. Yeah, honey bun before he trains.
Well, the
3
honey
scoops
bun is okay, but that's a lot of caffeine.
And on top of that, what do you say? He drinks 2 pots of coffee in the morning, right? For work or
I
something.
wonder if he slowed. I mean, he was doing that when he's doing concrete. I don't know what he does now that he's.
So he's doing like
apprentice.
more than a gram of caffeine a day.
Oh, he's probably doing 2.
Yeah.
I would say
Oof.
I do close to a gram. He does.
How
2.
many milligrams are caffeine are in a scoop of Huck Finn pre-workout?
350 milligrams per scoop.
So that's pretty stiff then.
Yeah, usually we always do like about a scoop and a half. So what's that? Maybe almost 500 grams
Oof.
per
I
drink.
can't take that much, I don't think. That would have me bound. I'd
we're-
have the shakes on that, I think.
Or immune. There you go. Right there, 350 milligrams. Caffeine and hydros.
So you do a
Fast-acting
scoop and a
caffeine.
half. Do you
Yep.
feel like if you just took one scoop, you wouldn't feel it that much, or what?
Yeah, well, I mean, I started out at 1 scoop, right? Just like
Yeah.
everybody. And I don't want to go to 2 scoops. So I cut it at 1.5.
Yeah.
I want 2 scoops, but I have to say no. I should back
700 milligrams of caffeine would be a lot.
Yeah.
off. I know
I
it.
mean, you shit your pants, man. You don't have a bathroom out there.
There's a
That'd be
bathroom
the worst part.
in the shop, Well, Cam would just,
Yeah.
go right in the woods there, right behind us. It's got a whole fucking
Yeah, I guess
thing of woods
But do
You
you
should
ever
have-
have to lift do you ever lift in the evening?
all the time.
And you can get back to when it's time for bed, you can still go to bed after that.
I usually take the pre-workout around, depending on what day it is. Say it's Thursday night. We
Yeah.
drink our pre-workout about 5:40.
And then you're good
5:40.
if you go to bed at like 10 or 11 or something
Yeah,
like that.
usually into bed before 11. So,
Yeah.
we start training about 6:20. It usually works out pretty fine.
Yeah, I find
Yeah.
it better with later training sessions. I've fucked myself and I've taken even if I do a half scoop of Let's Get Stupid or a full, I'm fucked. Like I'll stay up for like an extra hour. And if I train at like 9 or 9:30, I can't get to bed till midnight.
Oh,
It's
No,
like, not
yeah,
bad,
that
like,
would I wouldn't be
literally,
able to.
No,
No.
if I'm training super late, like not
Yeah.
past 8 o'clock, I'm not taking pre-workout.
it's not a
no.
good idea. But
No.
then I'll
Yeah.
sleep like 3 hours. But if I do
Right.
I don't really drink Monster anymore. But if I need like a late training session, I'll drink a Monster at 10.
I
At
just drank
11:30, I'll fall asleep.
I just drank this with vodka.
And it just gets out of
orange
me.
sherbet. I don't know,
That's
rainbow
good thinking,
sherbet.
Finn. Yeah,
It's
but that
good.
stuff it doesn't. I don't know. It's like an hour and a half for me. It'll be out. But
Yeah.
I haven't drank a Monster since like October, so probably fucking
Bragger.
me now. But yeah, no big deal.
So what are you looking forward to the most at the Arnold this year?
Getting filthy rich.
I
No.
hope so. Hope you do.
That's definitely we want to sell some shit because I don't want to
Yeah.
make this whole trip and not, but every year we have, so I assume we're going to sell some shit just like we do every year. So that's good. But the best part is just seeing the people that you get to see, that I only get to see like once a year. So seeing all those people and then also meeting new people, because there's always people come up every year that have been like, yeah, I've been listening to the podcast for 5 years.
Yeah.
And we get to meet them for the first time. So that is the coolest part. So just talking I lose my voice every year just from talking to people all day long. Normally I work in a job where I'm sitting around and locked in my office and I won't talk to anyone for like 8 hours. So when I spend like 15 hours a day in a row of doing nothing but talking and yelling at people across the crowded room, by the end of it, I can't even speak anymore. But that's the coolest part to me, honestly, is just getting to meet all the people. And I mean, you know what it's like, but
Yeah, I agree 100%.
like the first time someone came up and said, "Oh, I listened to the podcast. I love it." We're like, "Really? We didn't know anyone listened to the podcast. That's fucking great." Obviously it's been years and I'm used to it by now, but
Right.
it's still cool every time, because also normally I work at a place where I say work, but like I live and work around, like nobody gives a shit about Massenomics or what we got. Like they might know it's a gym if they know anything, but then we go there and it's like we know everyone knows what we are. I'm not trying to sound fucking cooler than we are or whatever, but I'm just saying like you're in your group of people where everyone knows each other and know what you got going on and know your stuff, and it's just kind of cool. It's fun.
Yeah, it's awesome to see how many motherfuckers like you've actually reached or that see your shit, all that stuff. You just don't know until you're out there, like at a place like the Arnold.
Right?
All those people meet at the same spot and they come up and they tell you stories. Or I don't realize how many cops actually know who I am and know what my job is. I say it, I guess, a little bit, but I don't talk about my job that much.
Right.
And they always bring me patches, or like last year. I thought the cops were checking. Do you remember that? I don't remember talking to you. Maybe I told you about it, but we thought the cops were shut us down.
I remember that. Yeah.
They're looking at us from the eagle eye position. I'm like, oh, this ain't good, guys.
They just
staring at us, and they were
just wanting in on the fun. Yeah.
Yeah. They came down, and gave me patches. They're hanging right over there. I mean, it's that's the best part is meeting everybody that you actually don't know, and they tell you the stories like you said. We listened to this, or we saw you here, or this or that, and just. Yeah, all the people that you get to meet at the Arnold. And then you get all these other connections too, like all the other brands that are there as well,
Right. And like there's people like we wouldn't meet otherwise, like last year like Juji Mufa, I'd never met him in person and I didn't know he knew anything about Massenomics, and he came up and like he's like, "Oh yeah." He's like, "Oh, Massenomics guys." And it's just cool getting to meet those people that we would never cross paths with otherwise. Or like this last year, there was some guy that barely spoke English. I can't remember what country he's from. He was some dude that was there. He's from Ukraine or something like that. And he's like, he came up to the booth because we'll get people that come up to the booth. They'll just see our shirts and maybe want to buy something. They don't know what Massenomics is,
which is good.
So I never, right.
The logo alone,
right. So I never assume that people are like listeners of the podcast or whatever. They might just be someone that wants to buy a shirt that they think is funny. And then I'll be like conducting this transaction with them, being like, "Oh, how's it going? What are you up to?" Like, we'll get me your shirt or whatever. And they won't say anything. And I just think that there's some dude that was there, wanted to buy a shirt. And then every once in a while at the very end of it, after we've been talking for like 5 or 10 minutes, and I'll say something, we'll make like some joke about our lift shorts being expensive or something like that, and I'll be like, "Oh, it's this joke we've had for years." And they'll be like, "Oh yeah, I know. I've been listening to the podcast for like 6 years." I'm like, "Well, lead with that." I just thought you were some random dude. Tell me that, and we'll talk about it. But yeah,
sometimes it's the exact opposite. Like, because they know so much more about you than you know about. Remember, I DM'd you and all of a sudden you're like, "What's your screen name?" Like, you get that a lot too, and you're like, "God, these guys know 1,000 hours of my life."
Well, yeah, we say everything about our life, especially on the podcast.
Right. How are the girls? I'm like,
I've said it all like 50 times by this point too.
Same.
Yeah.
Our whole life is on the spot. If you listen to the podcast, you know everything about our lives. And
sometimes I will know because I'll ask like what their Instagram handle is or whatever, and not just bullshitting them, but sometimes I will actually know. Like I'll be like, "Yeah, I'm positive I've seen that before." Yep, I'm like, "Yep, that sounds really familiar to me now."
Yeah.
And Karen knows, especially the people that buy a lot,
right?
Like know that name, like
I'm
so and so, and then you put a name to the face, or the face of the name. You're like, "Oh yeah, I know who you are."
Yep. And it's funny, we have a lot of carryover in customers too, and I'll even hear you, like if I'm listening to your guys' podcast, you'll bring one up. Like one is like Malachi.
My client.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he's a Massenomics supporter too. So like, and certain people, and like his name just like really stuck out to me. So I always remember right. Exactly. So I always remember that name, but like he comes to the Arnold a lot of years, and like, so I've met him at the Arnold a couple times too. But yeah, that's the cool part, is meeting dudes like that.
Man,
it always shocks me the most though, when we'll have this comes up a few times every year. It'll be like, either, seems like a husband or a wife or boyfriend and girlfriend, whatever. And they'll come up, and I assume the guy is the fan
dragging her.
Yeah. And like, then we'll find out she's like, "Oh no, he doesn't know anything about Massenomics. I listen every week." And I'm like, "Really? Why?"
You're one of the 5, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh man.
that's it.
This
Oh,
is
then
a-
this last year there was that woman with the biggest boobs I've ever
Oh
seen.
yeah,
in my
that
life.
was awesome. She.
Yeah.
I'm going to have her out to the compound here this summer. We're going to have her out there in the bikini, and she will be doing a chest workout. She's already agreed to it, so it'll be a big thing.
How could she bench press?
She said it's going to be very hard to bench press, but because something could happen, I guess.
Right. But so could she literally, would her arms be long enough to even like,
Listen, that's going to be part of the YouTube experience. That's why you're going to have to watch.
yeah, I would pay to watch.
Yeah. It's going to be good, pal.
Also, like, just imagine if it'd be like doing like a 10 board press.
I know it. She barely have to
You
go
could
down.
bench like 900 pounds because
Yeah,
you
we should
just
get our
like,
kids done just like this.
yeah,
Yeah, maybe she'll be there again this year. I got her to build a chest fuck the rest t-shirt last year.
that's perfect.
Tank top.
Yeah.
That's good.
Remember what
So-
her name is?
What size? Shirt?
God, I can't remember what her name is. No, I don't. I don't even know how to find it either.
Yeah, my Google search is not going to be looking good right
Just
now.
Google's going to get a little weird.
Giant boobs.
I mean, that's got to be close to like a world record or something, though, doesn't it?
I remember her telling us she was in like a bunch of TV shows like Botched or something, or
Okay.
like plastic surgeries going. I mean, she had a lot of plastic. Not just her boobs, but
Right.
like her lips were. And remember, Big Boss Man had his head resting on him. It was a beautiful picture. She had it blown up right behind me. That'd be a good spot for him.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was something. I'd never seen anything like that in my whole life.
Is this her?
Where?
I don't know.
She had dark hair.
Well, she was
so
on.
it's hard
Yeah,
to
that's
see.
her right there, Tommy.
On the very top left. you think?
Model 42 admits something. No, right here. Down.
Oh, right
second
there.
row.
Yeah, that's
Second
her.
row, right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, that's her.
That's her.
Double Z.
Jesus, she made her fall downstairs. Holy! I've never seen anything like that in my life,
No.
ever.
That
don't
actually
even
Nick
know.
from Live Large came and got me. He's like, you gotta come see this. He's like, I promise you've never seen anything like it before. And
No.
I came in it. He did not
You came in
disappoint.
it. Jesus.
Yeah.
You sick son of a bitch.
640 cubic centimeters.
Yeah, it was just something. I don't know. It's just very. I don't even know. Like, how does she do anything?
I have to put my leg up sideways with my shoe on. I can't bend over. I have to hold on the rail to save her life when walking down the stairs. I get a lot of attention. It never really bothers me.
Of course, you get a lot of attention. My God,
People
You
are
see
very
a-
kind and curious.
Well,
Some of her relationships have been strained due to extreme body modifications.
that was very extreme.
I would assume she probably doesn't mind the attention. I mean, that's why if you're hurried, that's why you show up at the Arnold, right?
Yeah.
Like where I would assume that's why you go.
There's a ton of a testosterone walking around, and
Right.
somebody with the biggest tits in the world is there.
My wife's gonna
Like,
love
oh,
her
look at
browser
that.
history.
Yeah. Wait till your wife meets her, Tommy. I'll bring her to the pool party you're going to have this summer.
That's good for the kids.
Yeah, me and we're bringing over a friend. Tommy,
Explain
don't
that
mind.
one to the daughters.
Dad. I don't know.
Get the kids out of here now. Girls, go to your grandparents' house.
That's a
So,
good stuff.
where are you guys staying at? You staying in Airbnb?
No, we stay in a hotel. We stay a hotel that's a little ways away, so because we can park the trailer there and stuff. So we get there and unload the trailer, and
Right.
then we take the trailer and pick up and stuff back to the hotel, and then we just take an Uber back the next morning.
Do
Or
you guys
whatever.
stay up by the airport?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
stay-
where me and Tom stayed the first year. I remember we stayed up by the
Mhm.
airport.
yeah, it works out good for. We stay at a place that has a really good continental breakfast, so that's like my favorite part of the hotel. Is every morning I know at least I'm gonna start off with one decent meal because I never know what the rest of the day is gonna bring.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous.
There's
Once I
there's
start
been
drinking, I don't eat.
Yeah.
And what?
I didn't think you drink at the. I haven't seen you drink a beer there yet. So
Yeah, right. I tried to go that first hour without drinking, and I think it lasted about 10 minutes. I think because it was at 9 it starts now
Called
instead of 10
alcoholic.
or whatever. Yeah, I'm like,
yeah,
listen, I think I'll just drink water till 10 and then I'll start. 9:10 came and a bunch of people are asking me why I wasn't drinking, so I was like, yeah, give me a beer. Fuck it. I remember waking up Saturday morning and Karen just yelling, "You gotta go. We have to go. We're late." we got to open the booth, and I'm like, I don't want to be Huck Finn today. Fuck this. I'm not going because I just feel like absolute shit, man.
Yeah.
You know, after drinking that much. And then the worst part was that Sunday when Chris Duffin,
You guys did
him
the
and his buddy
laser
came
tag
over and
or
they're
whatever.
like, hey,
Yeah.
you got to, I'm like, dude, listen, I have been drinking since Thursday. I mean, heavily. I cannot, it's Sunday now. It's Sunday morning. If I move the wrong direction, I'm going to tear everything off my body. I can't do this. And then they kept egging me on. I'm like, fuck it, let's go.
Yeah,
I can't believe I did that. I felt
you
like
full
shit.
You full on dove too. Like,
I
That's
did. I put
embarrassing.
on a show.
yeah.
I mean, if I was going to do it, I had to do it well. You know, I landed on my head. I mean, did everything. And I mean, I never felt so bad in my whole life as I did that morning. I did not want to do it, but I still put on a show.
Worth it.
You know, I'm a showman.
You're an idiot.
And that is true also.
I'm a showman. I'm also an idiot.
Very big idiot.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's wild.
Well, good stuff. Hope you guys have
That's
good travels. I probably won't be there, but maybe.
Yeah.
But I doubt it.
You'll see it on Instagram if you look. I'm sure you'll get
Yeah.
your fill of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we'll see you guys in July, anyways.
Let's hope. I'm gonna find out soon. I'll see what the calendar looks like. If it's not my kid's birthday party, it's a good chance I'm gonna at least drive or maybe fly. I don't know. I just feel like the drive's not that bad.
It's not that bad.
But if my kid's birthday party, then obviously I'll skip that and come to the meet. You know.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
bring your
birthday
kids
every year.
Rick, what about we have a birthday? We were talking about maybe having a bouncy house at the event. So just tell them
Good. I don't have to pay for it.
Tell them like this is your birthday party. All these people are here for you.
Yeah. Everybody's cheering her on. Yeah. Seven.
We can get everyone to do that. Like that's
Yeah, we could.
Yeah.
It'd be cheaper for me. No
Classic
party here.
two birds with one stone sort of thing.
I'm telling you, after this weekend,
Me and Tommy got a bunch of kids. We bring them all and like, here's all your friends for the party. She doesn't know any of them, but they're like, no, you know these.
You're friends by the end of the
yeah.
weekend.
South Dakota cousins.
Yeah. This is Uncle Tommy, Uncle Tanner. Yeah. There's a lady with the big boobs.
Yep, she came with the fins.
Yep. She's with the
Her tits flew 'em in.
I do not know if I want her to come. I'd have to
What?
explain that one to my wife first of why
Listen,
this woman.
I may be inviting her. I'm just telling you right now. If I'm going out there,
Oh,
I'm
it's
betting
like-
she's going to spot me,
Yeah,
brother.
it's a show. I
She's
guess
going to be giving me a
we'll
lift
just
off.
go. Yeah.
I will be benching with a full erection.
fun for the
I
whole
think-
family.
Yeah, that's fun for a little family. Listen, after this weekend at the Arnold or this week, I got a good feeling that I'll be going out to this meet. After you talk Mrs. Barbell into it when she's intoxicated.
That's Tommy and I have already talked about it. That we said we'll get Karen sold on it this weekend for sure. So
This is the best weekend to do it. She will be drinking and she'll agree to anything.
Yep.
I'm coming.
I'll be there.
Never mind. I'll find a way out there.
She'll agree to anything. I'm coming. I'll be there.
Yep. I'm there.
Holy shit,
All
Tommy!
right,
Come on, how
well-
long are we recording for here, Tom? I got to go to bed.
I said no more than 2 hours and 15 minutes. I said no more.
We're
Okay.
good.
You guys got to read your
got 3 minutes.
pioneer.
Oh
Yep.
shit, we never did that, did we, Tommy?
Yes, I did at the beginning. Come on. You think it's my first? Come on, look at
There
that.
you go. Look at
Whoa, that's pretty
that.
cool.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Kinda
kind of
like-
excited to see what we can do with this shit, Tom.
You mean what I can do with it while you just put the headset on and
Listen,
hang out?
who ran
I
it
saw
last
him
week,
flip
Tom?
the camera back and forth a few times there.
Yeah, you're
so-
right. You actually it was kind of nice. It was the first time Finn ran it since when we're together.
Well,
And
now that I got
this is
the
nice. That's what Finn does. Just shows up, puts the headphones on for 200 some episodes. It's great.
Listen, I have the control. What do you call this? I call it
listening.
the pilot area, right? So when you come to my place,
Cockpit.
I'm in the cockpit here, so I'm very familiar with all. I can do all these buttons, everything. We go to your place, you're in the cockpit. That's how we're gonna run things, man. It's gonna work
That's
out
perfect.
great.
I like it, dude.
You know,
I
until
love it.
until Be Better shows up again.
Yeah. That's
You know,
good.
right? Remember those episodes? Those are Massenomics favorites.
Yeah, when you
The Be Bad and the Be
We-
Better.
when you two were at odds with each other, that was the best. Those were the best ones.
You cut the tension with a knife in there. Tommy's not even laughing yet. He's still upset about it.
I'm working on it. There we go, Finn. It's right there.
Yeah. Hold on.
Be
How do I
better,
get?
not bad.
No, I can't do that. Never mind.
You can't. I'm running the show, Finn.
Damn
You
it! I'm
just-
trying to do it on my computer. I
All
can't
you
do
can do-
anything.
All I can do is switch cameras.
All I can do is switch cameras. So I'm out of here, guys. No, I'm excited for this. You're our very first guest on our new
Yeah,
show. Pretty much, this is how it's going to be from now on. So
Wouldn't it be funny if none of this recorded?
that would
God.
could happen.
it would be
It's
our
the internet. We have to trust the internet. So
100%. It would be our.
we don't have like memory cards or anything.
Like,
It's
oh,
you don't-
we'll start over. I got another 2 hours in me.
Yeah, listen, it's
yeah,
Just say
10:30.
all
you
that
hop
stuff
back on
again.
real quick.
Yeah.
Would just
We're just going to do 30 minutes this time, guys.
Yeah.
yeah. Do Arnold bathrooms.
Yeah, it's
Wait,
good. Yeah.
We got to get
Pick
something
another
out there.
company. Yeah. Okay. Hurry up. Yeah. Let's hope not. We'll see.
All right.
Kristen is
Yeah.
up there.
Appreciate
Look,
you hopping on for. I thought it was gonna be like half hour, but 2 hours later, you're on.
I told him 20 minutes.
Tommy
that was
didn't answer his phone tonight. I just needed someone to talk to anyways. So
That's perfect.
When are you
Yeah.
guys doing your podcast?
we recorded a couple already. So we got one that comes out tomorrow, and then we already recorded the week that comes out after that too.
Why
So
would you record? You got the best content ever coming up, man.
we're gonna record one in the car on the drive home after the Arnold, kind of recapping it too. So
Whoa. How are you going to do that?
We got power out converters for the pickup,
Damn.
and we're running the cameras and the microphones and
Are
stuff.
you gonna
and
do
we're
the board or just like the road mics?
We're doing just the road mics
That makes
for that.
sense.
We're not going to do the board. We're going to do the road mics and then the camera on the dash.
Yeah. I was
Like-
thinking about Finn on the way back. If you could set your camera up, and I'll get you and Karen on for Let's Get Stupid.
Oh, you talking about just the phone camera shit?
Yeah. Like
And I
on
put
the way
in, I
back.
bring in my headphones. We can each have
Everything
a
will be
headphone in or
fresh.
something.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah,
that's
that's
smart. That's smart.
That's when it's a fresh. Yeah. When you want to you don't want to wait 4 days.
yeah.
And then,
and forget.
right.
That's
right,
one good thing about those DJI mics.
Right.
All you have to do is press record on these mics, and you don't have to do anything. You just
Right.
talk into it, and then you plug it right into your computer.
Right.
Yeah, it's nice.
I don't really know how to do that yet, but yes,
That's
one day, one theory,
In theory,
Cam,
it's nice.
I will call the Massenomics guys up and ask them how to do it, and they will respond during.
I usually don't know the answer, to be fair. So
Hey, we're doing all right, man. Look we're doing good.
that's really good.
This ain't bad.
Yeah.
Well,
Hopefully
we'll
it
see if it
uploads.
uploads. That's right.
So,
We'll see if it uploads.
Yeah.
Now we can
Don't
congratulate
want to
each
put the
other
cart before the
tomorrow.
horse. Yeah.
It's uploaded
All right.
at Let's Get Stupid.
All right. Well, thanks for getting me on, and we'll see Finn.
Whoa.
We'll see you.
Tell everybody where we can find you, man. This is it. Let's
Oh,
People
Check-
might not know
yeah,
you.
Massenomics. Check out Massenomics at Massenomics on Instagram. Massenomics on YouTube. Subscribe on our YouTube channel. That'd be the biggest thing that you could help out with. And then Massenomics.com. That's where you can buy.
Well, look at that.
Oh.
I think you spelled it wrong, Tommy.
No, that looks right. That's good.
Thanks,
That's pretty
Finn.
good. Yeah.
Appreciate that. That's why I'm over here. and you're there.
Massenomics.com. That's where you can buy our stuff. Buy a drink spotter. We sell. You can see that.
I
Bam.
use
the drink
I
spotter.
use that drink spotter every single day.
That's
Swear-
Me too.
swear to God.
we get a lot of good feedback on the drink spotter. You can see some behind me, I guess, there too. Check it out.
I
All
have
right.
it next to my couch. I put my drink in it every single day.
I've
when I
got like
drink my
70 of them in my house and 60 of them in our gym. You can't go on a piece of equipment in our gym and not like bump into 3 drink spotters. Be like, what the fuck are these? So many of these on here for? Yeah.
That's awesome. All right, brother. We'll see you in a few days.
All right.
travels,
See you
brother.
guys.
See ya.
Okay, bye.
All right, Finn.
God, thank God that guy's gone.
Oh, what a piece of shit, huh?
God, I'm so sick of them stealing all our shit.
Oh,
Man,
can't wait for the
like he's
pre-workout though.
Yeah, like he's never seen the Miller Lite belt. Yeah, I guess we might have seen that. We got to the bottom of that tonight, didn't we,
Yeah,
Tommy?
what a liar.
Yeah, he
Wow.
still owes me 70% of that company.
It was 90.
Oh yeah, 90%. I'm sorry.
Same thing. I'll take the 20. You get 70.
Hey, I think we did a great job. This is good, man. For our first time on here,
Dude, it's fucking.
it looks
Dude,
good.
it's
as
almost
fuck.
11. Holy shit, dude! I gotta go to bed.
Yeah,
Man, I thought that was wrong. I thought it was an hour forward.
I'm drunk, man.
Dude, it's 11 o'clock. I
can't be
gotta go.
doing two-
I gotta be up in like 4 hours.
Yeah, we can't be doing these 2-hour podcasts.
All right, generalleathercraft.com at @hayden_Pioneer Instagram. Go there for your leather belt needs. It's right there, ticking on by. Subzerocoldplunge.com. Go there for all your cold plunging needs. HFB supplements, HFB apparel, official Be Better brand. I'm fucking, dude, I'm tired.
Booth
Can't be
200.
11.
Booth 200. Man,
200 with the Arnold.
with the Arnold. Come see me. Come have a beer with me. And let's get stupid. That's it, Tommy. Until
That's it, buddy.
next week. It's been fun, bud.
Shut up, Karen.
Okay, bye.